Pain. Everything is pain, dayo. Everything is pain, dayo. Everything is pain, dayo. Dayo. Pain. Pain, dayo. Everything. What the? Pain and scuffed and everything is all over the place. Thank you for still being here. Ah! Why is it? I know the window sizes. Stop saying that. I know the window size is that. Chill. Hankin, think of a jiggy. Cool. Okay, cool. It's fixed. Okay. Cool. Chickens are broken. Everything's broken. Everything is all broken. It's broken. It's all broken. Everything's broken. Everything is broke. Okay, everything is all broken. Pain dial. Like, can I just? No, let's F it. We're just gonna test this out and see if I can open up VTube Studio. It's all blurked. Oh my gosh. Wait. Pain. Suffering. Everywhere. Ah! Everything died. The whole PC died. It all died. The whole thing went black. Everything stopped working. It gave up. Yeah. The whole thing just gave up. Or it said, why you... No! Task Manager, you can't crash on me! No! Doesn't even make any sense! Eel. It's fine. Who needs Task Manager? Not me. Task Manager's for... Ah! What the heck's going on? Okay, maybe I was pushing it a little bit. Trying too much. Okay, we got this. You know what? We do got this. We got this. Manage my own tasks. Straight up, that's what it said. Wait, I need to get my other YouTube. I need to get YouTube chat back. YouTube chat. Where are you? I miss you. YouTube. Ooh. Pain. Ooh. Oh, internet. Hello. Holy guacamole, thank you for still being here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Paste. Okay. Oh wait, why isn't chat on screen? Why does everything hate me? Boom! There we go. Hey chat! Hey y'all! Hey y'all! You know what I could use? I actually have a other little model that I had made. It's very cute. I haven't tested it out yet, actually. You know what, guys? Do you want to see something really cool? You want to see something? You want to see something cool? You want to see like another Elia form? Like, yeah. Okay. Let me just load it in. Import model. Open folder. Yes. No, this will be your treat for still being here despite the scuff. So this is my thank you. It's my thank you to you guys for not leaving me despite what a disaster this stream is. And I appreciate that. So yeah. Let me just grab it. I'll be testing this. I don't even know if it works. But if it works, hey yo, yippee. If it doesn't work, then try. But this was something I just got. Let me see. Okay, did it work? Did it work? Did it work? Did it work? Did it? Wait. This one? Oh my gosh, SCPC, arigato for the 5 gifted. I don't know if this won't work. No, it don't work. It's okay. Whatever. Oh well. It did not work. For a future. We'll just do classic Elia. Just classic Elia. Wait a second. This one? Oh my gosh, I thought it would work. That's what I get for not having it actually prepped. You know what? The thought was there. I still want to find a way. Okay. Boop. Okay. Hi. 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 Hello. Ah. I don't understand what's wrong with my computer. Oh, what's going on? I wonder if it's in the event manager. Event viewer. I'm gonna investigate. Oh god. Oh, maybe I should investigate after. Maybe there's a memory leak. I'm thinking memory leakage is probably our most likely culprit. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, there's a whole bunch of errors. Let's see. What happens? Definitely Barudo. Oh gosh. Let's see. We're doing some IT that I would show you. But Windows failed to install the following update. Why are you trying to do an update? The F? The F you trying to do an update for? I'm streaming, yo. Hello? It is not the time. Oh my gosh. He got over the 5 gifted subs. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Wait, what time is it? Okay, no, that was earlier. So, this happened... Let's see. Warning. Okay. I'm gonna have to look into this. I don't know why this didn't happen. Yeah. This is unfortunate, and it does not help that some of it is in Japanese. My Nihongo is not jozu enough to do this. Let's see. What did it try and do? Maybe it was trying to run something. It was trying to do something wild. Which event ID is this? Event ID. Enter. I don't know. We'll have to... Sorry. I'm very distracted. Yeah. I just appreciate you guys being here. Thank you. This is one of the ways I need to become a better streamer, guys. If I was a better streamer, we wouldn't have these issues. Hi. Oh dear. I wonder what happened. It also turned off my, I usually have a blue light filter running. And after it all borked up, my blue light filter is gone. And now everything is very more bluish. Like, what does fish do? It should open up fishing, but that's probably everything closed and killed itself. So let me reopen that up. So then you can do that. I was having so much fun yapping. In Windows trying to be the fun police, yo. Like, yeah. I need to. The thing is, as much I know I could probably. I just don't want it to happen again. You know, because that would suck. That would be sad. Very much so. Okay, it's not. I do wonder if it's a memory leak. I feel like memory leakage is probably most likely because this issue, you know, very specific to me running Rarudo or something like that. So maybe it's something to do with that. I can close this. There we go. Now you guys can fish all you want. Yeah, we need our 3D Elia, right? Like, I want to be able to move my hands. Oh my gosh. Oh, well. I mean, it's quite a setup I have running, because I have running not just Wairudo, but I also have XR Animator running, so that I can, you know, I use my webcam to track my body and hands, and then I use my phone to track my face specifically, so. Did I run it that long on the last 3D stream? I guess not. Yeah, it's very weird. Because yeah, I haven't had this issue. Like, I haven't had it happened not just once, but twice. Yeah. Probably eating up RAM. Probably. Ah. Yeah, leaked, but not enough to hit max and cause the crash issue. Most likely. Ah, pain and suffering. Oh gosh, oh my goodness. Pain, dayo. Not the RAM is expensive. You know what's wild? Is that before RAM went up in price, okay, I used to have a lot of friends ask me like, oh, how can I like improve my PC and make it work better? Do you know how many people I recommended to buy RAM? Because I was like, you know what's the cheapest way to make your PC run better? Just get more RAM. Just, you know, it's just buy some more RAM. And I think I managed to save quite a few friends by telling them to get RAM. I think I managed to save them a lot of money because they were like complaining about like issues with like editing and whatnot. And I'd be like, yeah, wait, what RAM do you have? And they were like, what? And I was like, how much RAM do you have? And they basically have like none. So I told them, the amount of people I told to just get that crunchy Lego and put it in your PC. And it's at the time was a very cheap way to improve your PC very fast and very easy to install. And yeah, I'm so glad I did. I'm so glad I gave that advice before the RAM prices went up. I told them to just upgrade. Now it's too late. But it used to be a really cheap way to upgrade your PC. It used to be once upon a time. Back in my day. Back in my day, RAM was cheap. Oh gosh. I can still, luckily activity feed is very strong, luckily, and did not fall apart despite all the crashes. Activity feed continues to persist, which is wild, which is really good because I was still behind. Yeah, so I got to, you guys, arigato. Elia can hear the voices in her head very well. Can you hear me in your head? Can you hear me? Am I still existing? Let's see. I'm gonna keep looking up my event log at the same time. Because it's, you know when something's like on your mind and you just Okay. I just looked into one of the events. Apparently it's related to my GPU. Yeah. Oh. It's related to my GPU. Okay. But why would... Yeah, we're live streaming IT support. It basically said that, like, your GPU has encountered a timeout detection and recovery event. So the graphics card basically stopped responding and Windows reset it. And that's what caused all my problemos. That's what basically happened. So in terms of GPU that I have an NVIDIA RTX 5080. Let's see, how hot does it run? Cooling should be fine. I run the aircon at the same time. Temperature wise, it's like 46 degrees Celsius. Yeah, powerful GPU. Yeah, only the best for you guys. I could check. Maybe I do need to run. I think it might potentially be a loose connection because when I think I told you guys what happened. When I came back from England last time, I feel like an earthquake or something must have happened because like my GPU was loose. And it wasn't working when I got back, and I had to run a lot of, I had to call my friend and be like, help, I had to replug in my GPU. But I'm not the strongest. So I feel like maybe it's potentially, yeah. And there's been quite a few strong earthquakes recently. It shouldn't be sagging though, because it has like the little stand on it holding it up. So I guess I'll just have to, I get so scared, guys. I get so scared. Look, I'm a software developer. I do IT support on software. Hardware scares me, okay? It scares me. I don't like touching it. I get scared. I didn't even like installing RAM, okay? That felt horrible. It feels scary. But I feel like it's probably on me for the way yeah. Potentially. Let's see. Yeah. I'll have to double check. Reinstalling RAM is relatively simple. It is, but the problem is you can't, I don't know. You still have to put like a reasonable force when you install RAM, right? It's kind of, I call it crunchy Lego because it feels a little, yeah, like it's uncomfortable, the level of force required. It feels like it should be less. I feel like it should be smoother. And I don't like putting force into things. So it's kind of scary. Yeah, you know? Okay, yeah, it's not just me. It's not just me. The RAM is a scary thing to I'm not comfortable. You know, I don't wanna break it. Cause like, for example, if you don't put in enough force, that's fine. You can still just keep putting in more force. But once you put in too much force, if you overshoot and you do too much force, then you break it, right? So it's like, I'd rather work towards like getting rather, do you know what I mean? It makes sense. It makes sense. It's safe. It's safer. It's safer to undershoot than overshoot. Like, yeah, I just don't like touching. I just don't like touching my PC. I don't like touching it. I like cleaning it, and I like cleaning it with the little air thingy, but in terms of actually like, you know, you took apart a PS3 to apply more thermal paste. See, I wouldn't like do it. I don't like working with hardware. I just don't. I like being just elegantly clicking buttons and typing code. Okay, like, you bend the pins on a CPU. Oh, just enough force until you hear a sickening crunch and a click. Yeah. It's scary. It's scary, yo. It's so scary. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I think I'm always too worried because I don't trust my hands to not slip and accidentally break something, you know? Yeah. Yeah. I don't trust myself, basically. As much as I love to call myself reliable on Asan, unfortunately, I feel like I've been cursed with clumsiness. Even though I don't want to be clumsy. I hate every time that I say I'm clumsy, but it's the only word that truly works because I've broken stuff, so much stuff in my life from sheer accident. I'll find a dumb way. I've broken too many things in my life. You get scared once you break too many things where you're like, oh, what if I break this too? You know? Like, Wait, people were breaking RAM sticks because they thought their DDR3 would be compatible in a DDR2 slot. You know what happened? Okay, it's not the same, but like, you know when the Nintendo Switch came out and it had this issue of people like inserting the controllers in wrong and then they would get stuck? So like, my brother got a Switch and I was like, oh, cool, a Switch, I want to see. And then he was like telling me very, very clearly what not to do. And I was like, okay, understood. I gotta make sure I put the controllers in the right way or it could potentially get jammed. I gotta put the controllers in the right way. guess what I did? Despite the thought in my head, despite thinking over and over and over again, okay, don't get this wrong. Don't get this wrong. Don't get this. Yo, bro. I felt so stupid. I was like, what? How? Why? What? How did I do it wrong? Why would I put it in the wrong way heck you, no, I kid you not, my family would think I would just be doing all of this on purpose. And I'm like, yo, I kid you not, truly clumsy people do not want to be clumsy, okay? It is such a curse, and it is the most annoying thing in my life, because I can have all the best intentions in the world, and I just don't like, I just cause so much trouble, you know? I just cause so much trouble from just dumb little mistakes. Like in my head, what was it? I would remember to put the bottle cap on something, and there was one time where I thought to myself, okay, I gotta make sure I put the bottle cap on right, because I always forget, and then people always pick up the drink and then spill the drink. And I was like, okay, bottle cap is on right. Guess what? I only did that to one drink. I had opened up another bottle of like cordial, aka squash, which then got spilled everywhere because I didn't put the lid on it properly. Because I am stupid. And I was like, ah! And I just feel so bad because I'm genuinely trying, but it reaches a point where like, I would just get told off as a kid over and over again because they were like, there's no way you're not doing this on purpose. And I'm like, I actually am. I really, really don't want to, but I am. Yeah, I'm trying. And despite how hard it can be to believe. So I think like, whenever I hear people, quote, want to be clumsy or anything, I'm like, they're not truly clumsy, because a truly clumsy person would never want to actually be clumsy, because to be clumsy is to cause people trouble, is to feel guilty, is to be annoyed at yourself. Who wants to be clumsy? I don't know, people that think it's cute. I'm like, clumsy's not cute. Clumsy is a troublesome problem that just leads to things broken and trouble and mess and losing things, and yeah, no one should ever, no. But yeah, I used to get told off as a kid a lot, despite trying my hardest to be like a good child. I was unavoidable. It was very, very, very unavoidable. Oh my gosh. Like, I try. You locked yourself out of your own apartment? No. I'm lucky I can't do that. Yeah. Although, what was it? Oh my gosh. You know what I did yesterday? I was supposed to pay my rent yesterday. And I was like, oh, I can just go to the combini after I go to the dentist. Easy. You know, perfect, because I'm already outside and I like to reduce, you know, the amount of times I go outside. So I did that. And I went to the combini, and then I went to the cash machine, and I was looking for my bag, and I was like, wait, where's my card? Where's my card? My card's not here. My card's not here. I can't pay it without money. So then I was like, oh, dang it. Okay, I don't know, just get a snack while I'm here, you know, because I'm at the combini. So I went to go buy my food, and then I was like, wait, where's my phone? Guess what? I left my phone at the heckin' cash machine. Luckily it's Japan, but I was like, I'm trying so hard. I don't understand. It's like there, and then it's not there, and then I got back, and then I couldn't. I found my card. My card was actually on my desk. It was the one card that I needed, and it was the one card I took out of my purse. Haha. I can't pay via a banking app. Here it's very old school. I pay at the combini. Yeah. But yeah, it was just a mess. It was just a mess. You accidentally got locked out of your home. You had to climb through a window. Oh, why a phone ring? No, because I still put it down. I still... Oh, I wish I wasn't so scatterbrained. I wish I was more organized. Yeah, I really wish. I really, really wish. The amount of time I feel like I've wasted on just dumb things. But thankfully, yeah, thank you people of Japan for not stealing my phone. Very much appreciated. Despite it being literally just left there on the cash machine for a while. Oh, but you know what I did get? It was really yummy. I hadn't had it before. It was a melon pan chocolate chip cookie. And it was like freshly baked, and it was from 7-Eleven, and it was really yummy. It was like cookie on the inside, but then the outside was like melon pan. But it was really weird, but it was really yummy. And it was really warm, and that was nice. So yay! Very interesting. I was like, I'll try that. It was very much. I should have taken a picture to show you guys, but I kind of ate it all really fast. So yeah. Next time. It was really nice because like warm cookies, and it was like freshly baked, and I was like, oh my god, I love freshly baked cookies. I love cookies. Cookies are so good. Yeah. Page of maybe arigato for the 300 biddies. I tend to be more awkward than clumsy. I once paid for a book by handing over my entire wallet. The look I got from the seller has etched my mind. You know what? I mean, you task complete, you know? Yeah. Yeah, that's not too, that's okay. As long as you still paid. You just gave them the job of, like, yeah, you just wrapped it up in a wallet. Yeah. I think that I feel like if I was the cashier, it'd just be funny, you know? It'd be funny, not awkward, just funny. We all have those things happen. Be like, what the? Also, National Brawler, arigato. Happy 36 months. Nice, kitayo. Hello, Elliot. Good to see you. I've been reading my niece, Warhammer 40k lore to put her to sleep. It works. I don't know how to feel about that. Well, maybe I should try that. Maybe I should move on from cave diving videos and start listening to Warhammer 40k lore. Maybe it'll put me to sleep. Question mark. You still say you too at inappropriate times. A classic. Real. I mean, it comes from a good place, you know? Comes from a good place. Yeah. What's a dumb ass? Arigato. In reading class, they teach us to read loud to the class, or you have to repeat, and I hated it. Oh, I hate that. You know what used to happen? The amount of times I would almost get marked absent because I wasn't loud enough for the register. They would just, you know, do the register, and I would never say present or here anywhere near loud enough. And I was really trying. I was trying so hard. I can't believe it was just because I didn't know how to project my voice. But yeah. Also, I was really shy. But yeah. But I think luckily the fear of being marked absent was stronger than, yeah. So I would say it over and over again. And luckily there was always like one kid in the class that would be like, Miss Elliot is here. You just can't hear her. And I'd be like, thank you, random kid. Thank you. Yeah. The roll call teacher just sat us in alphabetical order. Wait, no, technically we were in alphabetical order. Yeah. Yeah. Which I hated because I don't know. You'd always be sat next to the same person. And some classes I was like, oh gosh, well, technically my classes in school, we had like the more like academic subject classes. We would have the creative subject classes, and then we would have the PE classes, and then you'd have your tutor group. And I would say it was okay for the academic one because we were organized by grade. But for everything else, for the creative and the tutor group one, I was sat next to some weird people. I mean, for my tutor group, I was sat next to like someone that would bully me. And then for the creative classes, I was sat next to someone very weird. Like, very, very weird. Actually, no, I was sat next to two people that were really weird. I had one girl that was like insisting that she was a wolf. She was in her twilight phase of her life. So she would tell me all about wolves. Which wasn't too bad. I just let her yap. You know, about a twilight or whatever. Yeah, but she insisted, yeah, she was a wolf. And then the other one was just really eccentric. Kind of like treated me like a cat, or kept saying I was like a cat. And I was like, why? What? Yeah. I don't know. Heckin' weird. Yeah. And it didn't help I was extra quiet in class. But at least they weren't bullying me. Like, they weren't mean to me. They were more like humored by my existence. And the fact that like be like, Elia, can you meow? And I was like, meow. And then yeah. I don't heckin' know, because I was like, what do I do? Like, do you just, if someone asks you to meow, do you just do it? Like, yeah? I don't know. I was confused. I was like, is this bullying? Am I confused? No, it's not bullying. They're not being mean, but like, it was like it was a bunch of weird kids. Like, not weird. Not weird kids. Weird's the wrong word. It was a very specific clique of kids. They weren't the chavs. They were like, I want to say like, eccentric. Not weird. It's not weird. It's eccentric. You know? Yeah, the eccentric, and they weren't nerds. They weren't. They were, like extra fashionable, I guess. Would be it. They'd have like the bright colored like hair, you know, like I don't know, just very eccentric fashion. Despite it being a uniform, they found their ways. You know, yeah, I guess like scene emo kids. They were also drama kids though as well. So they were like scene emo drama kids. They were the ones that got heckin' aerosols banned because they were sniffing them. Yeah. Those ones. Which, they didn't bother me too much. But they were more like amused by my existence and would always just treat me like a cat. We were in the same drama class because I did drama. But it's the weirdest combo you've ever heard of. Is it not common? Like, yeah. Yeah, I was just more like, they would just ask me to meow. And it just, that was it. I guess they were just entertained by my, they were into anime. You know how I know? Because they said I was like an anime character. And I was like, what? Like, yeah. And I thought, wait, like, but I was way too scared of them. They were scary. I was scared. I was very scared. I was very scared and shy. Okay. Yeah. How did they know? They foreshadowed me. Like, they knew. They were like, wow, you're like an anime girl. And I was like, what? I was just really quiet. I would just like nod and just go about my day. Yeah. It's probably because, was it in secondary school? I had like, I guess anime styled hair in a way, you know? I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm Asian. I don't heckin' know. I have no idea what they were thinking. Okay, I was just glad they weren't mean per se. They were just weird towards me. No, I didn't have Goku hair. I had like Girl from the Ring, The Grudge kind of hair. Like, yeah, okay. Wait a second. Yeah. Yeah, I just sort of like existed though. I was like, you know what, if I just keep quiet, they won't bother me. Yeah. Yeah, that counts as anime hair. Yeah. It's not like, it's more like, yeah. I'm the only vaguely Asian in a school full of white kids. Yes. Especially in my year. Yeah. Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah, no, I was just doing my best to try and be quiet and invisible. And just get through school. Back then, because I was very scared of everyone and everything. Yeah, because I don't know. I guess I remember getting very overwhelmed and not understanding what people meant. I had a lot of anxiety because a lot of the bullying was very sarcastic, which then was even more amusing to them when I didn't understand their sarcasm fully and that they were making fun of me for a lot of stuff. So I was just very scared of anything anyone said to me because I just didn't understand people. Yeah. So I was just be quiet and just do my work, here to learn, do my learning. And I wanted to make sure I had 100% attendance because one of the things my bullies really, really wanted was for me to not turn up to school for some reason. Yeah, it was like they would always be like, why are you even here? Like, you should just like, you know, it was like, and despite me being shy and filled with anxiety, I still had enough spite to still go to school. I fight back in my own way. I was like, I'm not letting them win. I'm not letting them win, okay? I'm still gonna turn up, no matter how hard they try to make me, like, not go. And you take that and you get 100% attendance and you do really well and you get 100% on all your grades and then you heckin' leave them into irrelevancy. It's the best way to deal with it, was the way I thought back then. So you guys already got the, oh no, Elliot indifferences me. I can never indifference you guys. You guys mean too much to me. Yeah. Yeah. Screw you guys, I'm going to school. Literally. Me. Genuinely me. For real, okay? I just figured it would be, I didn't want them to get what they wanted, you know? And I also I know school isn't forever. So I was like, I just need to get through school. And hope it gets better. It does get better after school. Whoever said school is peak or school is the best time of your life, they lied, okay? They hecking lied, okay? They big liars, okay? Nah, cause like whoever made that up really ruined it for a bunch of people because, you know, then you get scared. You're like, wait, if this is the best it's gonna get, what's the heck, you know? What do you mean it's downhill from here? This kind of sucks, yo. What do you mean this is the best time of my life? Think of it this way, they're probably, no, I don't want them, I want them to have found peace, honestly, you know? I hope that they're living better lives now. I just hope that they learned how to be considerate or, you know, what I learned was that they weren't even like malicious per se, they were just stupid. Yeah, and they didn't think beyond anything regarding empathy when it came to hurting others. But yeah, we were lied to. Yeah, anyone that's currently watching this that is in school and is worried that like that's the best time of their life, don't worry, it's not. It's not. It's not. It gets so much better. Yeah, school is pretty peak if you have friends. Must be nice. Oh gosh, like you need to go to school by law. Yeah, you have to go to school by law. Yeah, and honestly, school is for learning at the end of the day. It's not about like I'm there to learn. I'm there to learn. The real, yeah. I stream. I don't just make shorts. Yeah, I yap a lot, like a lot. I like to spend time with you guys, okay? I like playing my video games and hanging out with you all, if that's okay. Yeah. I yap. I like to just chill here sometimes. It's my little corner of the internet. Because I wanted a space and I was like, I'll make one myself. Yeah. Also, Steve34, arigato for being a goose. Nice. Kitayo. I'm glad you're happier now. Honestly, it shaped me, you know? Like, yeah. I would rather be the one that got bullied than be the bully. I would never in my, like, no, I could never bring myself to bully anybody. I really couldn't. I couldn't even bring myself to be even a little mean to somebody. I think like once you've been on the receiving end of it, you just kind of, I don't know, you just wouldn't want to wish that on anybody, you know? Yeah, I still deal with crap currently, you know? And like, I don't know. It honestly, like hearing things of like rumors of people trying to claim that I'm a bully is like, it doesn't even make me sad. No, it doesn't make me mad. It makes me sad. It makes me sad more than anything because that's like the last thing I would ever want to be. Okay? Like genuinely of all the things in the world, I would never want to bully anybody because of so many reasons. Just no. Like I could not. It's just, and yeah, it makes me sad that there be people out there that think I could be capable of doing that, but I could not. I really couldn't. Like, no. I just couldn't. Even just thinking about it is heckin' hard. I'm like, I can't. I'm trying to like imagine it. No. It just feels so ridiculous and stupid, you know? Like, no. Why would I want to make someone miserable? We have the world that does that for them. Like, I've never even wanted to get, like, revenge on my bullies in life. No. 'Cause why should I? That's a waste of my energy. Hello? They don't deserve that from me. And I also... best revenge is a life well lived. Exactly. You know? Honestly, why would I want to have more sadness in this world? I don't get it. Like, I'm trying to wrap my head around the idea of bringing more, like, misery, like, to someone. Like, but why? Because misery sucks. Like, making people sad sucks. Hurting people sucks. Like, it's not nice. It just, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, I just don't get it. My brain cannot fully comprehend. Like, I'm confused. I'm confused. Because if you know the pain, you wouldn't wish that, you wouldn't want that pain. You wouldn't want anyone else to experience that pain. Because that pain sucks. It sucks. It sucks. It's sad and it sucks. Like, you don't want anyone to no. No. Like, I don't know. Even if you feel like they deserve it, I just trust in the world will just, I don't know their life. They'll probably go through something at some point. The world sucks enough anyway. Like, Power? What do we need power for? To do what? Why does one even need power? Why does one want to feel powerful? Why? Like... What does one get from power? From feeling powerful? Like, then what? Then what does mwahaha? You get to mwahaha? You feel like you matter? That's just fake, though. That's just fake. It's not. What truly matters to do something good, no? Like, yeah, what's the end game here? What's the end game? I'll be honest, usually people trying to flaunt power screams insecurity, no? Because if you're truly powerful, you would never have to flaunt that. And you would never have to prove your power, you know? Someone that is truly powerful just exists as a powerful person, you know? And they have a quiet confidence that they can show, you know? But I don't know, if someone's really trying to push power and bully people with it, yeah, that sort of fake vanity, I just see it as insecurity, you know? Like, it's just clearly comes from a place of insecurity where they need to feel like they're powerful because they're insecure about not being powerful. So therefore it makes them insecure more so than anything. No? Right? Maybe? Yeah. It's not even that they won't even be lonely at the top because they're not even at the top. Because, yeah, it's not really the top. Because you're not actually climbing up anywhere. You're just pushing other people down to make yourself feel like you're at the top, but really you're just pushing other people around you down. While actually not going or bettering yourself anyway in the slightest. Yeah, so it's not even really climbing in any way. It goes to their heads. It makes me feel sad though that they feel like they need that, no? Like, I don't know, it's something I really need to try. It's something I really want to try to understand. But yeah, no. I can't comprehend it. So yeah, when I get accused of things, I get really more saddened and confused that people think that I'd be capable of thinking in such a way, because genuinely, what? Why do I want to understand it? Because then I can sort of understand people better, you know? It's about being able to develop empathy, even if someone's way of thinking is wrong, to be able to understand where they're coming from. I feel like, for me, it's more like, if I can understand, I can hopefully help, if that makes sense, because I feel like that's a very sad way of living, and I want to be able to, you know, I don't know, it'd be nice to free them from such a sad life. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's, how do I describe it? Because I don't understand the way of thinking of some people, a lot of the times it leads to, like, me being, I don't know, maybe it's me trying to understand why they'd be mean to me to begin with. I think that's something I've always worried about in life though. I'm like, what have I done? Like, what can I do better? Well, how can I be not subject to said hate? Like, is there a way? And I know most likely there isn't, but it's still important to think of a way, you know? Like, for example, what is it? Just making, almost like, not, how do I describe it? It's like, for example, with my parents are very insecure, and I know both of them do not like it when they feel intellectually challenged by me. If they feel like they think that I know more than them, they get very angsty, they get very upset, they get very angry, and I want to avoid making them angry. And therefore, I find a way to communicate with them where I can make sure they still not feel insecure about their own child's academic success. Which is wild because they were the ones that it's so contradictory, okay? Because they're like, you need to get top grades, gets top grades. How dare you be a smartass? And then I'm like, yo, this operation was like all your idea, mate. Like, the heck you want from me? Yeah, because they would be like, oh, you think you're so smart just because you got your... Because they both dropped out of school. Or like my dad got expelled and my mother dropped out. So I know they're very insecure when it comes to like academics and stuff. They don't like being told that they're like wrong or, you know, and they feel like if I correct them, it feels like they feel attacked. Their intelligence feels attacked. And I have to be very careful with the way that I can, you know, communicate with them as to not make them mad or feel like I'm challenging their intelligence at all, which has been a very interesting thing to navigate. But I think learning how they, like trying to understand them has been able to make things more amicable when communicating. And it's that sort of like understanding that I want to develop when it comes to other people so I can like communicate better. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to upset people. I really don't want to upset people. And that includes people like my parents. I don't want to upset them. I don't like making people angry. I don't like making people sad. And I don't want my existence to be a bother. I don't want my existence to upset them. So I try and think of a way to make sure that it's like, I guess, palatable, you know? And it's the same with other people in life. I don't want them to continually harbor unwanted hatred towards me when I haven't done anything, and trying to figure out exactly why or the root of said issue so I can stop it. I mean, I've tried in my own ways. I remember for this issue I'm dealing with, I remember reaching out being like, hey, did I do something wrong? Like, I will apologize, like, please tell me. And then they blocked me and doubled down. And that was years ago and they're still at it. So yeah, it's very difficult, but I don't want to upset people, even if they're like in the wrong, you know. I still don't want to make them unhappy. Yeah, but when your kid's done well, you should be proud, not mad. Oh. I'll be honest, a lot of my memories were, what was it, like the day that I got into university, I remember it very clearly. I was downstairs, it was in the morning, I checked my phone, I was in a dark room in the living room by myself, and I got in and I was like, yay. But I didn't get to celebrate or do anything about it. But I remember it was a moment of time. Yeah, so you live under several levels of irony. I don't do well with serious topics. That's okay. I feel that. Like, no worries. We all have. Honestly, it's like you know, you don't have to be the same as me. In fact, it's good. For example, if you're worried about being here and being like, well, Elia's very positive, but I'm very grumpy. I'm like, yo, I welcome grumpy. You have every reason to be grumpy, okay? Like, you have every reason. The world sucks. Like, you know, completely fair if someone wants to be grumpy or angry in the world, like, go for it. I personally channel that into... I just avoid that, but yeah. I don't know. This is the sort of topics and stuff that I think about on my own when I'm like overthinking and worrying, you know. This is the sort of thoughts that my anxiety has when I'm scared that I've hopefully not upset anybody. Gosh, you know when you have like, I don't know, you socialize and you're done with socializing and then you get back and you're like, okay, was I okay? you're like, I hope I didn't upset anybody. I didn't do anything wrong, right? Hopefully I didn't do anything wrong. Hopefully it was okay. And then you're like, okay, gotta run a review in my head. Gotta run a review in my head. You know, I don't want to upset anybody or offend anybody or upset anybody or make anyone feel bad. And I look back and think about, oh, did I make them feel comfortable enough? I didn't make them feel like, what'd you call it? I'm very scared. I think it's because of the way that my parents were. I don't want to ever, you know, feel like I've upset them the way I'd upset my parents, you know? Like, yeah, because you guys go out to socialize. I force myself. I force myself. It's a required activity of mine that is part of my, you know, yeah, I gotta be social. It's good for me. It's good for me. It's good for me. Yo, guys, your comfort zone is your enemy, okay? Never forget that. The comfort zone, your comfort zone might be comfortable, okay? But it's also the enemy of growth. So enjoy your comfort zone in reasonable amounts, but don't get too addicted to it. Because, yeah, growth happens at the edge of discomfort, okay? Like, the amount of times I've put myself in horrible situations and been like, haha, I'm gonna sign up for this. And then I'm like, past Elia, why am I so mean to future Elia? Have you ever just been like, yeah, let me just say yes to all of these plans. And then I'm like, why am I like this? Oh gosh, like, well, aren't I too lazy to leave my comfort zone? In a way, I do berate myself for being very lazy. I do consider myself a very lazy person, but apparently a lot of people don't think I'm lazy. So I don't know. I feel like a lazy person. But I'm always constantly fighting that feeling of being lazy. Sometimes I'm like physically lazy because I'm just very lethargic. I always feel like I could do more. You know? I could always do more. I could do more work. I could do more. But yeah. I just yeah. I don't know. Gotta just, I never feel like what I do is enough. You know, and I know I can be certain there's definitely people out there that think I don't do enough, for sure. And, you know, if anyone thinks I don't do enough, that's me, most of all. I am my biggest critic, for sure. I do try to not think too negatively, but I think I am a very, like, negative person in general. Even though I don't seem like it on the surface. Like, I'm very harsh on myself, for sure. And I need to, like, work on that. But I don't do enough for yourself. Like, yeah, I don't know. Things could be better, you know, if I was just better. And I can't help, I think it's sort of this, like, I don't like the idea of things being out of my control, you know, where I don't like being like, oh, I don't like resigning myself to what I would consider excuses. But I think that's just my stubborn side, being like, no, I can't just blame other things. I have to take accountability and know that surely there's something I could do better. Which it's an okay mindset, but it's not the best mindset. It's a balance, because, yo, don't use that mindset in League of Legends. Does not work for solo queue, because sometimes you can't help it. But yeah, I try and shoulder a lot on myself because that's what I have control over. You know, my actions, what I do, what I'm doing. I also, I feel like it's me, trying to be stubborn against things that are out of my control. Like, I think one of the things, I don't know if I've said before, one of the things that tilts me is hearing someone say that they can't do something and then giving like some reason that is definitely something that they can fight, you know? Like, yeah. Because then for me, I'm like, be more stubborn. Just do it. You don't, what is it like? I think it's very common in VTubing to hear people say that they could do this, that if they had a manager or a corpo or this or that, etc. Yeah, but like, you can do things. I was doing a lot of things, like I've noticed recently, a lot of people accredit my manager for a lot of things, but I was doing a lot of things without my manager. Like, before I had a manager, and I was still able to do those things, you know? Like, when there's a will, there's a way, no? And then they're like, oh, you just need like, was it? Zoe's there preventing me from overworking. Yeah. Actually so real. Or like, they'll be like, oh, you need money to be able to do this. And that one tilts me a lot because I'm like, I didn't grow up with a lot of money, and I don't ever want financial inequality to be a thing that wins. And I think a lot of people don't realize how much I taught myself. Like, yes, I can pay people to do it, but at the same time, you know, I can video edit, I can do graphic design, I can create a lot of things myself because I taught myself to do all those things because I couldn't pay someone to do those things, you know? Like, yeah, like, you just fight through it. I don't know. Like, I was never always I think I'm good at graphic design now, and I feel like I'm good at video editing now, but no one starts good at those things. Like, you just learn, you just keep learning, in spite of it all. Yeah, like, I don't know. I don't know, maybe it's because I have such a very strong passion towards it. It makes me sad to hear people resign themselves to reasons like that, because I'm personally too stubborn to accept said reasons, okay? Like, I don't know, I'm a fighter, okay? I'm a hecking fighter, all right? Like, what is it? Yes, I've had social anxiety. Yes, I've had agoraphobia, but I didn't want them to win. I didn't want them to win. My competitive side was like, no, I'm not letting my social anxiety define me. I'm not letting my agoraphobia define me. Yes, I could just resign myself to being like, it's impossible, or I could just throw myself into years of therapy and fight it and just keep putting myself in horrible situations where I have to force myself out of my comfort zone and learn, you know? Like, even all the way back in school, like forcing myself to do music and drama, even though people were very surprised because it was more for my personal growth. Like, it is, I don't know. I have a lot of spite towards the world, guys. I have a lot of spite towards the world. It depends on if you like learning about particular skills. Some people don't want to learn to edit. They just want to plan out stuff, and learning editing is eating that time. See, that's the thing. One of the reasons why I realized why this is, like, what I do now is literally my dream is because it's a combination of all the things that I happily learned. Like, being able to create content, all aspects, literally every aspect of it, I thoroughly enjoy. Very much so. When it came to like things like computing and developing and coding, I could do it. There were parts I hated, though, a lot. The same with science. I really enjoy science, but there were some parts I really hated. But then content creation came along and I realized, wait, every aspect is something I don't mind. I will lose hours and hours and hours and hours to just learning it, you know? Yeah. Like, I can't do this because skill issue. Oh gosh. Like, I don't know. I found what I do now is a combination of all the things that I would happily sink so many hours into. Because like I was doing graphic design and video editing and all of that like as a kid, because it was just something I enjoyed. I like making things pretty. I was bad at it, but I love maths. No, I hate maths. I like the satisfaction that comes with being good at mathematics. Okay? I like that. I like getting good grades. Okay? But I don't like actually doing the work. Like, I would be satisfied, just the satisfaction of getting good scores. Love that. Great feeling. Oh my gosh, look at that, 100%. Delicious. But like, actually sitting down and doing the maths was like, I just gotta do this, because I have to do this. I wish I loved maths, okay? There are things I wish I loved. I wish I loved coding more. I wish I loved maths more, okay? Like, I wish I loved it more. I wish I enjoyed it more. But it makes brain sad. It's that simple. It's like, does this make my brain happy or does it make my brain sad? And I thought about it and I was like, if I have to procrastinate it like crazy, then I probably it's not making brain happy. I gotta like step back and figure out what I enjoy in life. When I had I had a full existential crisis right before, was it the decision whether to do a PhD or not? That was when I had, oh my gosh, so much existential crisis about like what I actually want in life. Because I was like, uh-oh, I'm reaching this sort of end of the education train where now I have to face real life. And I'm like, wait, what do I even want to do? Uh-oh, I could just keep being in school, but I don't want to be like a poor starving student for like another several years. And I was like, I should probably try and like actually think about this now. What do I enjoy? VTubing, all of it. I enjoy streaming. I enjoy spending my time here with you guys. I enjoy it so much. Like, yo, I have to hold myself back on streaming just to make sure I have time to do other work. I enjoy video editing. I could happily sit there and video edit for hours on end. I enjoy graphic design. I enjoy making people happy. I enjoy thinking up fun ideas and fun events. You know, like, yeah. I also love anime very much. And yeah, I don't know. I can't think of. Yeah, no, the only part I would dislike would be the part that shouldn't even really be part of it, which is like, you know, the sort of, quote, high school drama-esque like stuff where I'm like, yo, that's like, we're too old for this. This is supposed to be a professional environment. And that's the only part that's like, not liked. But yeah, everything else I absolutely adore. And it makes me really sad when people, I don't know, get jaded by the more bad side of things, because I think VTubing is really wonderful. You just gotta not get caught up in that. Yeah, so it's I don't know. I can't remember where I started with this tangent. Where was I going with this, guys? I forgot what my point was, I'll be honest. I started rambling and yeah, no. Also, Void Lover, arigato, happy 5 months in tier 2, nice, kidayo! Hi, Ali, thank you for the wonderful content and smiles. No, thank you for allowing me to be able to do this. Okay, I live in permanent fear of, you know, not being able to do this, and yeah. Yeah. Also, Sydney, arigato. Sorry, tags. Ellie is always kind and good and cute. No, I can be better. I have to be better. I have to learn to be kinder. I have to learn. I gotta be gooder. Gooder and kinder. Okay? There's always room for improvement. Okay? I'm going somewhere it's supposed to happen, hopefully. It is difficult. Okay? It is difficult. I would say. It's not to say that I don't have, you know, it's very easy in this kind of space and in this kind of career to be too harsh on oneself and wonder if you're a failure or, you know, wonder if you're good enough and all of those thoughts. I definitely have those thoughts, but the only way I can deal with those thoughts is by putting more effort into, you know, what can I do about it? If I don't feel good enough or if I feel like a failure, what can I do? All I can do is keep trying and just keep trying my best, because what more can I do? You know? Like, what else am I supposed to do? Yeah, which I think is a very good mindset I've had since the start, because like when I first started VTubing, I was, you know, what was it? I dealt with a lot of people calling me very untalented, that, you know, there's so many, you know, there's a lot of VTubers out there, there's a lot of streamers out there, and it's like, oh, but why you, blah, 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 etc. And I'd be like, well, it's just what I want to do. May not be the best, but I can just keep trying my best, because that's all I can do. Like, I'm just, you know, yeah, what else am I supposed to do? It's the same thing with like imposter syndrome and stuff, I guess. Yeah, it's kind of the same line of imposter syndrome. If you feel like an imposter, which I definitely did when I was a developer, very much so, it'd be like, okay, take a step back. Okay, let's say, entertain the thought of, okay, so maybe I am the imposter. Maybe I don't deserve the job that I have as a developer. What can I do as the imposter? I don't know. They catch me as an imposter. Okay. Then that's it. I just get a new job. But what can I do in the moment? All I can do is all I can do. All I can do is my best. Because that's it. Yeah. No, stop saying vent, you punks in hive mind. Like, yeah. Because what more can you do but your best? Even if you're the imposter, even if you feel like you don't deserve it, if it's, you can be selfish and have what you want and just give it your all. Just try. Because then I'd rather look back and think, okay, well, I tried my best. What else could I have done? You know? Like, if it didn't work, it didn't work. But I gave it all I could. And yeah. Like, they could just give it to someone who's better. They could. Yeah, sure, but they're stuck with me for now. So, you know, anyway, just wait till they can fire me. But for now, I'll just try what I can do. And because that's all I can do. You know, you can, I don't know. It's like, I feel like it's very unproductive to worry. If I'm worrying, I want to think up solutions. Like, yeah, I want to think up solutions, okay? As opposed to being worried, because then you just get stressed. And fun fact, stress ages you the most. And I don't wish to be aged by stress. Okay, guys, I want to keep my like, you know, good skin and everything. I don't want to get stressed. Life's too short. So yeah, it's okay. It's okay if you're the imposter. If you feel like an imposter, it's okay. Just do what you can, because that's all you can do. That is, because what else are you supposed to do? You know? Like, if it's what you want to do, right? You want to be there, you want to do that thing, then do. Go do. Go do the thing you want to do. Just do. I don't know if that mindset works, if this works on other people, but it's what worked for me. It's what worked for me. I felt like such an imposter. I feel like a heavy imposter when it comes to computing, very much so. But, we make it work. Yeah, honestly, like getting into content creation, for someone like me, technically very late to the game, was also very scary because obviously I went to go do my, you know, education first. I went and got my master's degree and everything. So, you know, it's scary because you feel like an imposter in that, like, it's kind of like similar to like starting a new skill like art or singing or something, and you're always going to be like, oh, someone started way earlier than me, what's the point if there's going to be someone better? And then you realize, wait a second, my parents raised me like this, how dare they? They sort of raised me in a way where they thought like, what's the point of doing something? It's not a competition, yo. Like, it's not about being better than other people. It's about, you know, what do you want to do? You know, I'm not a VTuber to be better than anyone. I'm a VTuber because I want to make my own little happy space on the internet to, you know, help people that might have been like little Elia, that hopefully I can give them hope and make them feel less lonely in life. Like, that is why I do what I do. And I feel like the motivation should never, I don't know, it's not a competition. It's not. Okay? Yeah. Like, it's nice to do well. It's nice to aim high. There's nothing wrong with that. But I will only aim high because then I can do bigger and cooler things. You know? Background of higher education gives you something to talk about. That's the thing. Yeah. There's like benefits and negatives to all kinds of things, right? Like, I could look at it in like a negative view of, oh, you know, all these people have all these skills that I don't have. They're better singers, better artists, better, you know, they've been in the industry longer, etc. Like, but at the same time, people could be like, oh, you have your academic background, etc., that help you in that regard. So it's really a matter of perspective. And yeah, it's I think it's the human nature to want to quantify a success in a way and measure what's, yeah, because better by definition is fully subjective. So it's kind of similar in singing, where there are some measures of skill. Obviously, when it comes to singing, some people are like really good singers. But when it comes to like actually like the best singers out there, or like the most popular singers out there in the world, they're not necessarily the best singers, you know? They're not. They just have, sometimes they just have very unique voices, or they're not. Actually, there's like technically way better singers that deserve to be, you know, have, you know, their songs at the top of charts and things, but they don't. Other people, it's just, it's a hecking mess, yo. So it's, you have to step away from quantitative thinking and just understand that there's no, like, measure. It's gonna be hard to measure. It's gonna be very, very hard to measure what is, quote, good, what it means to be better, what it means to be, you know, because they just have better promotion. I mean, sometimes it is straight up luck, you know. Quantitative thinking is like, you know, wanting to measure things in numbers, you know, like wanting to, I use quantitative because it's very common in content creation for people to hyper focus on things like numbers. I am really bad at looking at numbers in that I don't look at them at all. As to save my fragile mentality, okay? Because, yeah, that's what my manager looks at for me. So, yeah, I'm awful when it comes to numbers. Yeah, like for example, I couldn't tell you any of the numbers of any of my friends or anything like that. I just, no, I don't like maths. I don't like numbers. You know, and I feel like they can plague someone's mindset as well if they focus too much on it. You know, like, yeah, it is, it can be a misguiding measure, you know? Because people have success in different ways. There's people that are like highly successful but don't have the highest CCV, or there's people with like really high CCV but not higher like subscriber numbers, etc., etc. Like there's so many different measures out there when it comes to content creation that I think just avoiding quantitative thinking in general of anything measured regarding numbers is probably better, because for your mental, at the end of the day, people want to be like, what'd you call it? It doesn't matter. What matters is, for me, I would want, there's no point, for example, in getting exposure if your streams are not fun. Like, there's no point wanting to have lots of people here if it's not enjoyable and it's not bringing anything good to the viewer. Yeah, like, yeah, it's more like it's better to focus your energy on improving your space, you know, your content, improving what you can do. So that's why I just spend all my time thinking of cool things for you guys. Yeah, I think, what would make you guys happy? What can I do to make people happy? Because that's the core of everything I do. So yeah, you know, there's obviously the side that my manager has to focus on, which is the, yo, Elliot, you need money to survive. And I'm like, good point. I'm like, she makes a good point sometimes. Yeah, perhaps. A little bit. But I want to stay true to my passion. And yeah, one of the things at least people can be certain of is, you know, the fact with the background that I come from, a lot of people know that with my, you know, work experience and my expertise and my academic background, I could easily just get a job that pays really highly. But I do this for the sheer love of this. Like, you can at least know for certain that this is something I do with all of my heart, with all of my soul, with everything, with all of the love that I have for it. You know, it's for that at the end of the day. Yeah. Yeah, at least, you know, you can be reassured of that, because technically, yeah, I still get chased by, what are they called, like headhunters or whatever. Why does it say help? Because life is pain. And my GPU said nah. And my stream kept dying. Like, yeah, I don't know. So I just gotta keep pouring my heart and soul into this. And headhunters make it sound terrifying. What are they called? Recruitment agencies, or I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, recruiters. I remember when I worked in an office, they would call them vultures. And so my head defaults to that, and I'm like, no, that's just what they called them in the office. But why vultures? Because when you work in an office, it's like they attack you in a different way, because they all want you to work with them to hire new people for people in the office. So they would just like constantly hound the office, that like the offices I've worked at, constantly. Oh my gosh, they have no mercy. Yeah, and then as soon as like someone was like fired or, you know, got rid of, oh god, that sounds like, yo, taken care of. You know, they would swoop in like crazy. So that's why we called them vultures, because it would be like, I mean, they're not dead, but you know, they're not working there anymore, and they would just be on it. They would just swarm when an open spot became available in an office, because they're like, oh my god, you gotta pick our recruitment agency, we'll do it for you. And yo, it's pain, because that's when you learn that when recruitment agencies write out those like ads for IT jobs, they don't know what they're on about. They just writing up whatever the heck they want. They just like picking up people from the heckin' streets. Like, yo, these are the requirements. Why did you change it? Why did you add like several years onto the experience required for a coding language that hasn't even existed for that long? Why are you doing? Why are you writing that you need a PhD? I mean, what the F? Like, like the heck? Yeah, no, they don't know what they're on about. Yeah, so, but yeah, so I still get hounded by those a lot, which is wild because I'm like, I'm pretty certain I contacted you guys to take my like CV off or my resume or whatever, but here I am. You're still contacting me. I'm like, no, I'm very, very happy with my work. Yeah. Also, Sydney, arigato. Sorry. Wait, no, I read that. Wait, no, there's another sorry tags. Sorry tags. Gotta vent sometimes. No venting. No venting. Yeah. Oh gosh, Yunra, arigato. Them, you took everything from me. Ellie, I don't even know your name. Yeah, and just because I'm British doesn't mean I took it, yo. That sounds like a lot of effort to take. Yo, you think just cause we got a museum of stolen stuff and we have that habit of yoinking things doesn't mean necessarily I took it. Like, yeah. It depends. If you're looking for, maybe if it's food and it's food that I like cookies or creme brulee, maybe I was a little cheeky. Maybe. If life gives you lemon, make pear juice and throw it on your enemy's face. That's a waste of pear juice. No, you drink that pear juice. You drink that pear juice right now. Okay? Yeah. Onagai. I didn't even know pear juice was a thing, I'll be honest. Yeah, no, because you know what? You know what the enemy would do? Enemy would open their mouth hecking wide and be like, thank you for the free pear juice. I scared your kitten? No, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Cats are very, very sensitive to tone, I've noticed. Because for some reason, people think that I'm a cat whisperer, when really, you just, if you've ever had a cat, you understand that cats are really good at recognizing tone. For example, if you need a cat to get down off the counter, if you say it with enough like firmness in your voice, yo, even if you don't know that cat's gonna listen to you. Like, if you're literally like down, then they're like, jumps down. Like, it works. I feel like that's a skill though I picked up from the zoo, because you have to learn how to, if you learn to speak with a lot of animals of authority, they listen, okay? Yeah, and cats are very smart. I love how smart cats are. And it makes me sad when people think that they're dumb because they don't listen. And I'm like, just because they're not obedient doesn't mean they're not dumb. It means they're smart enough to recognize the choice you're giving them, and they are actively making the decision to ignore you. Okay? That is another level of intelligence that you just assume is dumb, but really, that cat's playing you, okay? Like, yeah. Like, okay, some cats are dumb though. It depends on the cat. Because I had 2 cats growing up, and one of them was not the smartest cookie. Bless that cat. Yeah, and there were moments I knew. For example, there was like this like little glass cabinet that we had, and my cat was on the other side of it, and all I had to do was walk around it to get to me, but couldn't figure that out for like way too long. Cat was just there like trying to like get through, and I'm like, dude, just walk like 2 centimeters to the right, like. Your prison is your mind. And then, yeah, that's when I was like, oh wait, this one's not as smart as the other one. They're both black and white cats, but one of them, the one that wasn't so smart was like definitely the one that, you know how there's always like the runt of the litter? That one was it. That one was the runt of the litter. Bless. This was the one that would catch leaves for me instead of actual animals. Or try and catch the rain. Bless this little cotton sucks. Bless that cat so much. It was so sweet. It was super friendly with people. It was like a super friendly cat. Yeah. Yeah. Bless. That one was adorable. It was more my brother's cat. That one was more of it's interesting. Do you find you always find cats in a pair and then one's like really social and like really likes to like, I don't know, is very charismatic when it comes to people, sits on their lap, is very friendly, and then the other one's very like standoffish but is smarter, but is very standoffish and is like, no, I'm gonna be over here and I don't wanna mess with you. Say life is good, but then that would be lying. What the? Say life is good and I'll give you $100, but that's a lie because life is a mess. Life is, what is life? I can't lie to you. I can't lie to you, okay? Life has, my bad, I'm broke, that's fine. We're all winning here, okay? So, it's a good mess. I would say life overall is a bad thing, but we try and focus on the good, you know? Yeah. So, it's okay. I mean, if you think life is good, awesome. We love that. But I think the world is extremely unfair. I think the world has too many cruel and awful and horrible things in it. And we can turn a blind eye to it, which is fine. But it doesn't mean it isn't there. You know? Like, I'm never gonna be like, hey guys, don't worry, everything is sunshine, butterflies, and rainbows! Yeah! No. No, not at all. Yo, if you wanna be, like, miserable and annoyed at the world, go for it, please. In fact, you so should be. Because I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it would be rude to people that are suffering to pretend that everything's okay, you know? I feel like that is a privilege, and it's a privilege in itself. You know? Yeah. With the heat wave, it is all sunshine, too much sunshine. Sunshine's trying to murder us. No. Yeah. Cindy, arigato. I'll happily apologize. Text. No! That's not even allowed. And Skittles, arigato. Oh yeah, that does kind of an apology sorts of text. Why is there so much text in the world, guys? Oh. I try to pretend life is okay despite it being very much the opposite. Yo, it's the fake it till you make it kind of mindset, guys. If we pretend everything's okay, maybe it'll be okay. Like, yeah. Right, guys? That's how it works. Surely. Like, yeah. Life is... it is what it is. My favorite saying. My favorite form of copium, guys. My favorite form of premium copium is... It is what it is. That's like... Yes, that feels like I'm taking a big breath of copium right there. Life is life. C'est la vie. Nah. And we just do what we can, because that's all we can do. And in spite of it all, I think most spiteful thing to do in a world that's so awful is to be able to still find those little happy moments, you know? Those moments where you catch yourself smiling, and for maybe just even a split second, things feel okay. And we take those. Even if it's for the tiniest little bit. We take those and then we build those up and then we build it up bit by bit by bit. And voila! You know? And then we start building our own happiness amongst... It's like trying to build something nice in a... What do you call it? Landfill trash site. Yeah! Indeed, we will make good things out of the trash that is around us. We shall. Also, Skittles, arigato, backlog-chan, my beloved. I'm working for it, okay? I'm working for it. It's okay, arigato, Skittles, arigato, Vegas-nya, arigato! And Lontiga, arigato for the 24 months! Oh my gosh! Have Prime, thank you, daisuki dayo! Nope. Yope. Wait, no, that's not the opposite of nope. I tried. It should be, okay? It makes sense, okay? It makes sense. I think we should change the opposite of nope to yope. Yeah. Cause why is it not? Okay? Yeah! Lightyear and Beacon and others will light theirs too, and eventually the world will be brighter. Wait, that's so sweet! That's so sweet! Yeah. Honestly, the difference it makes when you genuinely surround yourself with people that have a more... What is it? Less toxic, less negative mindset. If you surround yourself with people that are hardworking, ambitious, you know, you just end up inspiring each other, and you know, like it's very healthy. I think it's very, very healthy. It's very hard though, because sometimes you don't have those people around you, and then you just have to be that person yourself. So that's what I'm trying to be, you know? I'm gonna be that person because, okay, the area I grew up in, I noticed that this was sort of like, you almost end up creating these very negative echo chambers of like a lack of hope and a lot of people that resign themselves too easily in life. And it's very, very common in sort of, I guess, less well-off areas to see a lot of people with this kind of mindset. And it's not good because then you just end up enabling each other, and it just takes one person to actually really have some kind of hope. And I saw this a lot with the kids that I used to tutor. Okay, because I used to do a lot of tutoring. And one of the things I noticed was a lot of kids had resigned themselves to being the quote dumb kid, and they were put into like a lower set, and then they were surrounded by other kids that they would think, you know, that they were basically just cooked because their way of learning wasn't matched with the like academic system that's in place. But all it genuinely was just, if they had one person truly believe in them, they would work so hard, you know, and I would help them. I would be that person that would like genuinely just believe in them, because I do think people are smart. And one of the things that's very much lacking in education is tailoring education based on people's learning methods. For me, I suck at listening, okay? Me going to a lecture, holy guacamole, I am the most brain dead person that is learning nothing. I'm just sat there like, okay, Elia, it's time to listen to the professor. And we've already missed 5 minutes because we were doing a monologue in our head. And now we're looking at a slide of something you don't understand because you weren't listening 5 minutes ago, which is now the information you needed for this. And you're gonna try and write this down. Or no, you're not, because you're gonna say that you can remember this, and you're definitely not going to. And oh my goodness, welp, now they wanna know if we need to ask questions, but you don't even know what question you should ask to be able to figure out what you don't know. And then I'm so lost in the source of listening where I'm just like, I'm not a listen learner. I'm not. I'm an awful listen learner. I need to, the best way I learn is activity learning. I need to do practice tests. I need to do something. I need to create something to be able to memorize it. Actually, the amount of stuff I used to remember, sure, like just straight off, because I remember I had exams and I'd be like, okay, I remember this question because I wrote it down on the second page of my notebook in a blue, like, cloud. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I remember that. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, the person encouraging has to have a baseline of credibility. See, that's why it can be hard to find those kinds of people. That's why I hope I can be that kind of person, you know? Yeah, it's I don't know. The difference that one person can make is way bigger than what a lot of people realize. And I don't know, it makes me sad to see people give up because no one's ever believed in them. Obviously, yeah. It's sad. It's so sad. It's the saddest thing because it feels like I don't know. For me, I don't want to end up like my parents who were like just constant complaining every day. They're the kind of people that complain but never do anything about it. You know? They have a very strong victim mentality of saying they could have done this, they would have done this, they should have done that. But they won't. And I'm like, well, then you can't. So many what ifs, but no actual doing. And it's just, I don't know. Frustrating. It's frustrating to deal with the complaints of every day, of seeing when you witness that level of regret every day. It's like it really drives it into you to want to do well. Truly smart people often don't go into education because there simply isn't money in it. There's people who would be fantastic role models. Yeah, there's definitely like faults in regards to education. You know what's interesting is the people that I know that are like the best when it comes to like computing were people that didn't go to uni. Because at the end of the day, what I've realized is it's not about it. The level, the amount, what's it called? Passion can really carry you so far because if you genuinely want to learn something, you find a way. You find a way no matter what. And yeah, there is academic bureaucracy. There's so many levels to it. Obviously, I'm someone that comes from a very strong academic background. I would pick like, you know, I went to very prestigious universities, very highly rated, very fancy and whatever, fancy degrees and whatever. But did it make me a smarter person? No. I feel like I just paid thousands for someone to give me a deadline. You know? And obviously access to resources that I wouldn't be able to typically access, which is really nice. But, and I'm very grateful for the privilege to have been able to be educated. But yeah, no. Like, there were definitely people that would have done better than me. For sure. I didn't need that deadline. I do need a deadline. Okay, I'm a procrastinator. I put the pro in procrastination. All right? Like, it's a balance. It's a balance of like what learning truly is. And honestly, I don't know. It makes me sad when people, because there's education and then there's learning. Like, education in itself is an establishment, and then there's education in the desire to actually learn and have the correct mindset to be able to develop the thinking to logically, like, understand arguments, and have the logic and reasoning to then be able to learn more about the world and to be able to have that the intelligence that comes with that. Because I'll be honest, there are some really hecking dumb people in education, and I don't know how they got so far. Just like, but then you're just gonna find them everywhere, you know? There's gonna be dumb people in education. There's gonna be smart people in education. There's gonna be dumb people not in education, and there's gonna be smart people not in education. That's the diversity of people. But like, yeah, like a level of critical thinking that comes with, I think the main thing I noticed when it comes to intelligence is the lack of, there's two things. One is the there's sort of like a rigidity to their thinking where they're not open to the idea of them being wrong, because to be truly smart is to be wrong a lot. Like, you're gonna keep being wrong about things, especially in science. Science is all about being wrong and being wrong and being wrong and being wrong until you get closer and closer to what is correct. But, you know, being able to accept that something is wrong. And then also, I guess it falls along the same line of thinking you're the smartest. I feel like that stops a lot of people. Like, when people have this, like, horrible mindset of thinking they're smarter than other people, I feel like that's the dumbest thing ever. Ironically. Ironically, the dumbest thing ever is to think that you're the smartest person. Which is really funny because, yeah, they're gonna be the most closed-minded. They're gonna not be able to accept new opinions or new perspectives from people that they deem not smarter than them. And if they think they're the smartest, then they're never going to learn anything, you know? I feel like to truly be able to learn is to be able to accept that your own limitations, be able to accept people do know more than you in a lot of different things, and there is a lot to learn. You know, like, I would never claim myself to be smarter than anybody, because what is intelligence? Okay, like, ooh, I have my fancy master's degree, ooh, and my good grades, but like, I wouldn't, like, I don't know my lefts and rights. I can just said yope to nope. Like, like, we have areas of, it's like how a PhD just means like you are the smartest person in a very, very, very niche particular topic. And that's it. It doesn't mean you're a smart person. It means you are highly specialized within a niche that most people don't care about. You know? So, yeah. It's, I would say the audacity required to really think that someone is truly smarter than another person, it would be, yeah, no. I don't know where people, how people get on any kind of high horse in regards to that. It shows you have the drive to get to that point, and that's passion. And I respect passion more than anything, you know, because to have the passion and the drive means, you know, you will be very, very, very heckin' good. Like, yeah, some lecturer likened a bachelor degree to a room light, a master's to a spotlight, and PhD to a laser. Yeah! Yo! That's so specific. Wait, that's really good. I like that. PhD is a piece of paper saying you have highly specified autism. I kid you not. Okay, people in my class from my master's degree, yeah, it was just a mix of people with different kinds of autism. I'll be honest, we had like one that was really like, you know, into trees or rocks or dinosaurs or insects or, you know, yeah, and they just lived and breathed for that topic. And yeah. I had nothing but respect for them because I always wanted to have that level of passion towards something. You know? Like, I want to have that level of passion and drive and, you know, I don't know. Just, I can't sit still. Like, literally and figuratively, I've had boring jobs in the past, and I felt like I felt like my brain was going to turn to mush and I was going to die. I know some people can be content with that, and that's fine. I respect that too. Like, I'm also jealous towards people that can be, you know, happy in life without this drive, you know? But I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those people. I wish I was. They seem so happy and so chill, and they're just enjoying life, and they don't have this permanent desire of, oh my gosh, I'm not good enough. They're just happy, and it's really, really sweet to see. So it's like on both sides of like, you prefer boring over frustrating? I prefer frustration and pain. I think that's my problem, guys. I love it. I heckin' love it. no. Little broken, but it's fine. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I've been fixated on woo-woo recently. I have been. I hyperfixate a lot. I love hyperfixating. Okay. There's just... It feels good. It's nice. It's nice. I really appreciate you guys being here during my hyperfixations. Because, yeah, I try to avoid them so I can, you know, I do typically try to avoid getting hyperfixated because I know I can overdo it a lot because I've overdone it in the past in my life. So yeah, I'm like, okay. Gotta control myself because in terms of self-control, I lack self-control. In terms of discipline, I am not very disciplined I don't have very good self-discipline. Like, and I'm like, no, I know I'm weak, okay? I know I'm weak. I have an addictive personality. I am just weak. I'm just weak, okay? I know myself. It's good to know. I'm not in denial. I just know. Yeah, but I'm trying. Yeah, my schedule is you know, like, yeah. I get carried away a little bit, which is one of the joys in life is to get a little silly and silly goose about stuff, you know. Keyword is try. Yeah. But also not. I don't know. I'm just a mess, but it's fine. It is fine. It's fine. Also, squeeze-san, arigato. Happy 8 months of Prime. Daisuki da yo. I think you have virus installed on your PC. It is a notable widespread one called League of Legends. It would never betray me. No. League of Legends would never betray me. And luckily I'm not hyperfixated on that anymore because that was a time of my life. Yeah, don't get hyperfixated on that. It's wild the amount of people that would like, I don't know. I know people that straight up dropped out of uni because of League of Legends. Which is crazy to think about. Yeah. But yeah. It's okay. I'm like in the retirement home of League of Legends, okay? Yeah. I'm in the retirement home. I'm in playing ARAM Mayhem and TFT. It's all good. Eyo, it's okay. It's okay. The real virus is Minecraft. Don't be downloading them Minecraft mod packs, guys, from people. I don't know how people fall for that. Also, Skittles, arigato. Love my scuff queen. Oh, you're in the right place. There's so much scuff here. This is a super scuffed stream indeed. In fact, where did the memes go? The memes died along with the stream. It's okay. It's okay. We're getting there. I have a problem. I just yap so much. I did. Oh dear. Oh dear. We got through. How many? Like 8? Wow, that is. If you turn that to the side, it's infinity. So really, we went through an infinite amount of memes. If you think about it really hard. If you cope really, really hard, yeah. It's okay, it's okay. I just need to fix my whatever the heck's going on with my GPU. Let's see. Skittles, arigato, sorry, Tax, appreciate you still being here. I should be appreciating you guys, okay? I don't know how you put up with me, and I'm very, very thankful, and it's something I think about a lot. I'm like, I'm so glad you guys are still here. I'm so glad you guys put up with me and my scuff and my mess and who I am and me as a person. You know, like, it's very, 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 very appreciated. Like, yeah. Wait. Dove Asaran, arigato, arigato. Hey, can you say nya? Nya, 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 nya. I love meowing. Yo, I grew up meowing, okay? I grew up with cats. I feel like most of my conversations at home were literally like hoping. Have you ever? Okay, you guys must have done this. You might have done it with a dog or a cat where you've tried to communicate with them and then they just look at you and you just think, I wonder what I said to them. You know, you're just there like, what if I say a slur? No! I just wonder if they look and they'd be like, what did you say? So I'd always meow at my cats, hoping maybe I said something. Yeah. Hopefully. Dogs wonder why they've they've offended their entire bloodline. No! Yeah, I do the slow blinks mostly though. But I think it's fun to meow. So, yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting. I honestly would love to do like a whole discussion about animal language. Like, yeah, there's some really interesting topics. I don't know if I remember. We're digging deeper into the archives of Elias Delaria's brain. I'm pretty certain there was a study in regards to goats having accents. Because like if you think about it, like wait, yeah, because if they're like in different countries, obviously you have like animals that, like especially dogs that only speak certain languages or understand certain languages. But yeah, or was it, this is different. This isn't language, but it was like bees. There's a study that shows bees do experience jet lag, or you know, like stuff like that. I find that stuff fascinating. Yeah. Why arigato? Can't confirm she bullies me. No, I don't bully. I don't bully. No. Skittles, arigato. Why you rather hold her off? You can't hold off this muscle. Yeah. Yeah. I don't even think I could hold off like a small child, guys. I'll be honest. I'm trying to think what I could hold off. I don't know. Like, yeah, no, don't place any bets on me, guys. Winning any kind of fight. Yeah, arigato. Cool, quick run from her. I'll take the steppies. It depends. Am I fast? One thing I've noticed I have a bad habit of is accidentally walking too fast. But that is an issue that comes with, I think, one, if you're used to working in a city, like if you've worked in a city, or if you, I guess to be honest, I had to walk fast in my village anyway because it was kind of a rough area, so you kind of want to walk fast. I'm a very fast walker. And then also on top of that, because I grew up really short, I got used to making my little legs work extra overtime, you know, to make up the speed for the fact that I had such short legs. But then I had the growth spurt, but then I kept the speed. So now I just have sort of like, you know, fast walking, but now with longer legs. So I end up just going extra fast. I'm also used to being really late. So I'm also used to having to walk fast. But yeah, it's a really big issue of mine when I'm like walking with somebody and I don't know, I'm stupid. I like turn and I'm like, wait, where'd they go? And then I like turn around and they're like, you know, in the distance. And I'm like, oh no, I've zoomed. And okay, sometimes I get in my head a bit too much that I go autopilot, that I don't realize my surroundings or where I'm walking. It's gotten me lost a few times, but yeah, I do it when I'm traveling as well, when I've been like in a car. Like my eyes are open, but they're not mentally. And then I'm like, where am I? It's caused me so much trouble. I leave maidens in the dust. I don't mean to. I just kind of forget how short some VTuber girlies are, okay? And they do not walk fast with they're very slow. And actually not even VTuber girlies. Oh my gosh, I felt so bad because like, was it when my friend, she came to visit? She very slow. like, I think it's just me. Cause she kept being like, hey Elliot, could we like, slow down? And I'd be like, oh gosh, no, wait. Yes, and they're like, I don't know. I'm just there like, boom, 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 boom. And I turn around and you have like poor girly out of breath being like, wait, can we go slower? I'm just like, yes, I can go slower. I will go slower. Yes. No stopping to smell the roses. There's no time. Okay. It's you know what, when you're someone that's used to being very late, you're used to having to Zoom. Like, was it when I used to have to commute to work, the walk from the bus stop to like my office or I don't know, wherever I worked, I had to be Zooming, okay, to get from A to B because perma running late. Like, But I would say if it's like more of a long run thing or not walking, I think I'm pretty slow. Like, yeah. No, when it comes to like a full-on hike or anything, I am slow. Because I think I can only do fast pace for short distances, you know? Because the main thing is, and I think it's very important if you're ever doing any kind of hiking or if you want to climb a mountain or anything, the whole slow and steady thing is so real because the best thing you can do is to maintain a pace that you know you can maintain for that entire journey. And so I know I have to maintain a very slow pace because in terms of stamina, I'm not, you know, I haven't got a lot. So when I was climbing Mount Fuji, I kept a very, very, very slow pace, despite a lot of people overtaking me, like a lot of kids and a lot of old ladies. But what you'll find is people that end up going faster take a break later on. And the whole stopping and starting actually does exhaust you. You're like a car, okay? Starting and stopping will make you run out of fuel faster. So I eventually would overtake some of them. Not the old ladies, because they're like built diff, okay? They're built so different. Holy guacamole. But everyone else, yeah, you'd end up overtaking them because this, and I was like, wow, wait, the rabbit and the tortoise story is actually so real. Because I always thought it was a stupid story because I was like, why the heck did the rabbit take a rest? Because the way I was told was that the rabbit got a bit like, you know, what was it, confident and thought they could take a rest. But honestly, they should retell that story, but like climbing a mountain version. Because yeah, it's not about speed. It's not. So that's when I can keep a slow pace. And I do actively keep a very, very, very slow pace for that. Like a stupidly slow pace because, yeah, I'd rather do that. I know it's better for me. Efficiency, yeah. But if it's like a short distance, I'm zooming, guys. My heckin' legs are going vroom, vroom, vroom. Like I'm city mode, okay? I gotta get from A to B and I'm gonna get tilted by the people that are walking super slow in front of me. And I'm gonna be there like, why are they walking so slow? And I'd be like, why are you taking up the entire pavement? Why are you, what menace to society is this? Holy guacamole. Like, it's you. It's okay. I have to remind myself, I'm like, wait, why am I tilted by this? I'm not in a rush. I literally did it on the way to the combini. I was like walking and I was like thinking, dang, this person in front of me is real slow. I need to like overtake them. And so like I zoomed past and like overtook them. And then I thought, wait, why? This is not a race. Why am I why? What? Instinct. Oh gosh, yeah. You get annoyed with groups? Yeah, no, I don't understand how they can take up the whole path. Okay, if I'm walking in a group, I will be the person that will be like, okay, I'm just gonna walk behind everyone so that there's at least space on the side for people to like get by. Cause what? My body desires to go fast. Gotta go fast, gotta go fast, gotta go fast. Burbius, arigato, arigato! To obtain true power, one must recognize within them lives two geese, and one must live that such that one honks and the other shoes. Yo, my inner geese are in sync. That's why I always be honk shoo shoo meing. Yo, wait, my inner geese are eepy and very tired. But it's not a bad thing to be lazy, guys. Remember, laziness brings efficiency, which is very true. Because the amount of times I worked in an office and I was like, dang, I can't be bothered to do this. Why don't I just make this better? And then I don't have to do it because I've now improved the process. Like out of sheer laziness, I'm like, this is worth the effort to save me time in the future. So I'm gonna automate this so I can do less. Which I got away with for quite a while. Cause the person I took over used to do a job that apparently would take like the whole day to do, and I was like, but if you just do it this way, you can get it done in like 10 minutes. So I did, and then I would nap. Because you know how they reward work like that, guys? Not with more pay. They reward your work with more work. And I'd already luckily learned that lesson by that time, and I was not ready for my reward of more work. So I would be like, yep, working on it. Honk she me. Did I run the other person out? No, because I was already they'd quit, so I was filling their position in the company. Yeah. But yeah. They'd automate with AI. Well, that's the thing. No matter, even when it comes to like automated systems, you still need someone that understands how it works. It's the whole issue that comes with like vibe coding. It's like people not understanding how the coding works, and then if you don't have someone that can maintain it or understand it, it's gonna fall apart. Okay, it's going to fall, crash, and burn, or turn into some horrible monstrosity of, quote, patch fixes that do not actually fix the problem, but mask it. And then everything is on fire, and then you have to rebuild the whole thing. And to be able to really understand it and debug it and maintain it, you still need people that can do that. So yeah, vibe coding sucks. I hate vibe coding with a passion, okay? Like, I hate that they tried to make it sound fun, because I'm like, what the? Vibe coding? It's not even real coding. It's hacking just whatever the heck it is. It's just a mess. Like, it's, I don't know. You still need someone that can read it. You still need someone that can deal with it. You need someone to just, there's only so much in it. Like, yes, we can keep improving AI and whatever, but, and there's good ways of utilizing AI in ways, like, for example, obviously I worked a lot in AI. I don't like generative AI. I hate it. I hate AI that is designed to sort of, for greed, I guess. I personally like the utilization of, I mean, AI at its root is a form of mathematics, okay? And being able to apply it for good things in conservation and stuff is really, really, you know, what I like. You know, to be able to solve problems. And yeah, like, I don't know. At the end of the day, what do we learn from computing? Computing still doesn't work. Like, even if you feel like you did everything perfect, the computer still finds a way to crash. It's like always, there's always some kind of bug, you know? Like, the heck is vibe mapsing? The heck? That's not even, it depends what you even define as mathematics. We have calculators, just use them. Just, like, I don't know. I think the saddest thing I saw was someone making a calculator from an AI out of like vibe coding, and it was slower than a calculator. And I was like, the F is this? Yeah, in medicine. Oh my gosh. For like in health and, you know, medical areas. Oh my gosh. It is incredible, you know? Like, yeah. Because at the end of the day, yeah, a calculator can do all the calculations for you. But you still need to apply like some level of logical thinking to be able to truly understand like the more difficult and harder problems in mathematics. You still need to be able to apply it in a way. So you still need to be able to think in that regard. Like, yes, you can get away with like, for example, if I was still in education now and I had the option to have an AI answer something for me, or like, you know, have an LLM answer my math questions, that feels so redundant. Because what's the point? You know? I'm there to learn. I'm there to understand. Like, it's like, for example, you can do maths by hand, right? You can do a lot of maths by hand, but you can also get a calculator to do it. But you're still going to learn general mathematics, right? Even if you have a calculator to do it. You just extrapolate that into like a bigger, you know, onto like a bigger level. It's still important to actually understand what the heck's going on. Like, yes, you can have the LLM write big math papers, but what's the point? Like, you know, what's the actual point? You're still gonna have to check it for it to be correct. But if no one knows how it's correct, then what are you gonna... I think the whole joy of maths and the whole joy of science is to understand it. It's not about, you know, I don't know. It's about wanting to learn, no? It's sad. You know, it makes it... The whole point of learning is to be able to discover more about the world, you know? And yeah, that is the joy of, you know? It's like the kind of people that would try and cheat on tests in school. It's the same principle. What's the point? Like, you're there to learn, no? Like... I don't want to be in a society that just blindly trusts things. You want to be able to, like, the whole point of science and maths is to be able to question things, no? And to be able to question things, you have to be able to understand things. And yes, you can try and use things as a tool to make things easier, but at the same time, like, don't cheat yourself out of learning or understanding, you know? Yeah, literally. Like, when you're getting your biochem degree, you were taught the purpose in testing our hypothesis was to prove ourselves wrong. Exactly. To pass. But then why are they even... That is where the actual loss of what education truly is sort of gone, you know? Like, I don't know, there's no joy to passing something that you didn't actually pass, no? It's like the same people that feel good for cheating in games. Like, why'd you feel good about yourself? Like, if you didn't actually do it. You know? Like, education's a piece of paper to prove something. Why don't you just actually just be it? What's so hard about that? What's so hard about just actually being it, no? Yeah, like cheating in Mecha Chameleon. Oh my god. Yeah. Like, what's the point? You feel a false sense of superiority? Yeah. Like, but what's the... It's kind of similar to... Okay, you guys are gonna hate this example, but for example, it's like getting boosted in League of Legends, okay? You get boosted, you end up in a higher rank. Yes, you can like flaunt your whatever rank, but if you play a game, you're gonna have a horrible time. Okay? You're gonna have a horrible hecking time. You're gonna be in an elo that you don't deserve to be in. You will not be able to play the game. You're gonna be a hindrance on your team. Everyone's going to hate you. It's gonna suck. You're gonna feel like the worst player in the world. And for what? Like, yeah, boosting never made sense because I'd be like, well, that's just miserable. You know? Yeah, surely that's like peak imposter syndrome at that point. But I don't know. I think people forget the actual point of, I don't know, the joy of actual learning, you know? Yeah, people get too hung up on the false sense of superiority and the validation that they kind of forget what the actual point of things in life is, you know? Because why would you not want to learn about the world? Why would you not want to, like, be more intelligent, be able to solve things better? Why would you not want to be smarter? Like, why not? I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I think it just, yeah. What are you gonna do? Like, there's a joy to effort, no? Maybe this is the whole thing of, you know, I like suffering. You know? Because it's not about the end goal. It's about knowing that you put in that effort and that you worked hard and that you did the thing and that you were actually able to do it. Because what's the point of pretending you're smart if you didn't? Why didn't you just get smart? Hello? Like, why didn't you just do it? What's the point of the end results if they're not even real? You know? I don't know. I don't get it. Like, the real reward is the journey. No, I want the reward at the end as well, but I'm greedy. But I want the real reward, okay? The real reward is the imaginary XP bar and stats that I imagine in my head that I've leveled up on, all right? So, I need those. I need that, okay? Yeah. I need both. I would like the fancy bit of paper, but I would also like to put in the effort to be able to understand it. But yeah. You'll think of your 8th grade reading level, why? But think of all the literature you could read. Like, is cheating the answer to the idea that the degree is just an expensive piece of paper? Well, that's the thing. What are you wanting to do with your degree? You get your expensive piece of paper. Okay, cool. You've done it. Congratulations. You now have your boasting powers. But like, if you didn't even earn it, what was your end game here with that piece of paper? Like, what was it? What did you actually want to do with it? Like, for example, yeah, maybe I don't use mine per se, but I use all of the skills that I've learned from it. Everything I've learned, yeah, I can still reapply in a way. Getting a job. Okay, say you get the job with your fancy piece of paper, but you can't even do the job because you didn't even earn that piece of paper. So now you're stuck in a job that you can't even do. So you're probably gonna get fired because you can't do it. Then what? You're just kind of cooked. Like, you know, like, yeah, I don't know. It's just, and it's like, well, why did you even want a job in that area? Like, I don't know. Just to get your parents to back off? Okay, that's on the parents for not understanding. Like, yeah. It does not guarantee a job. Holy guacamole. Like, that's one of the reasons I didn't do the PhD, because there is an issue of people getting PhDs and being jobless after. You know? Like, yeah. You can power through, fake it till you make it. Well, why didn't you put that effort in at the start before the expensive piece of paper? You know, if you're truly passionate about that topic or that area, or, you know, if that's like the job you wanted to do in the area you wanted to work in, then why wouldn't you want to, like, it's, I don't know, maybe it's because I come from like a sciencey area where I see a lot of people that have a lot of passion for science, where, you know, they're there because they wanted to learn, and learn they did, you know, because they want to know more, they want to be able to study and fascinated by the topics, you know? It's not for anything else. I don't know, but people still need money. I mean, I still need money. I still, like, for me, I was like, I still have to learn to be able to get a job that I can do without the fear of it. You know, like even if I didn't have passion, I've worked a lot of jobs and I've worked a lot of jobs I'm not passionate about, but I'd like to be smart enough that I can autopilot said job. Yeah, like I've worked in a call center. I've worked IT support. I've worked in jewelry stores. I worked as a florist. I worked as a zookeeper. I've worked as a teaching assistant. I've done, like, my heckin' resume is stupidly long. And I didn't have passion for all of those jobs. Well, most of those jobs. You know? But I still wanted to at least be smart enough to autopilot those, you know? Because I feel like it's more stressful to not have the skills for said job, you know? Like, I don't know. For me, learning is a big privilege that I feel like a lot of people don't appreciate. And being able to develop your brain and to be able to learn more and to be able to like apply thinking, like critical thinking to things, to develop like your, I don't know, logical thinking skills, all the different types of thinking that comes from it. I feel like that should be something someone wants to desire to do. Like, yeah, like I can still, did I learn from those jobs? I mean, some of them I didn't, I'll be honest. Like data entry, God, I turned into a heckin' autopilot machine. I felt like a computer. I felt like a computer. Like my eyes were glazing over and I was just in my head thinking about things while just doing said job. Like I just felt like I was just autopilot the whole day. But I don't know. I think there's a... the world feels kind of empty if you're against wanting to learn anything about it. You know? Like, I don't know. For example, I don't know. Maybe it's because I get frustrated if I don't understand something. You know? Like when it came to like maths or any subject really, and I didn't understand it, I'd be too annoyed at not being able to understand it that I would want to learn and understand it, you know? Like for example, like why does this equation work? Why is this equal that? Why is the answer to this question that? Like where's the logic in this? Why is that? Like I'm a very, as a kid I was a really annoying kid that used to just ask a million questions of why this, why that, what's this, what's that, how is this, what that, because I just wanted to know, because I wanted it to make sense. Because I don't know, it's just it's life. Might as well learn. Might as well learn all I can about it, no? Yeah. I just do it for the joy of being able to understand it and get rid of the upset that comes with not understanding something. Like, yeah, I don't know. I have an innate curiosity and desire to understand stuff. But this is something I don't really understand in terms of other people not having said curiosity. Because then I'm like, well, what do you think about? what do we think about if we're not curious? Like, is there nothing you want to know? Like, don't you want to learn anything? Like, at all? My brain is just exe stop working trying to think of like, yeah, I can't not think. I literally can't. I don't know. I read them all. I don't respond to all. Indeed, that is true. That is true. I do read all of it. One of my skills, speed reading. Yippee! But yeah. It's more like, it's people who just want to rank above others socially, but then why? But then why? But then why? But then why? And then I just keep delving deeper into the motivation that comes from wanting that kind of validation. Because for me, mine stemmed down to my parents' validation that I don't even need. Yeah, sometimes you don't want to know something. Okay, maybe I'm greedy. Maybe I just want to know everything. absolutely everything. Thank you very much. I would like all of the knowledge in the universe. Thank you. I am very greedy. I would like to know why this, why that, what's this, what's that. The world is so fascinating to me. You know? You thought you did know I did know everything. Oh my gosh, no. There is so many cool things in the world that I am still excited to learn about. You know, I get very excited, you know? When you start like hearing things and you get given like new knowledge, I just think it's fun. You know, I think it's really, really fun that it's a way of expanding my world. But like on an intellectual level, and I find that fun because then the world seems a little brighter for me. Obviously not always, sometimes you get the most depressing, hecking, cursed, sad knowledge ever, but still fascinating, you know? I love giving you guys my fun facts that sometimes aren't so fun, but I find it fascinating. Yeah, one of my favorite moments in life was delving into the darkest stuff on the planet and coming out the other side gaining wisdom, which gave me compassion. Yeah, like, if you don't know something, you don't know what you can gain from it, from knowing it. You know? I don't know. I'm fascinated by the world. The world is a very big and fascinating place, and I've always wondered about it in so many different ways. So, I don't know, I find it exciting, and it makes me sad that people would want to skip the learning part, because that's part of experiencing life, I feel like. You know? To be able to experience things is to be able to take in things, and to be able to take in things requires some level of understanding. And yeah, am I smarter than a 5th grader? I'd hope so. I had the papers to prove it, but I would say depends. What's a 5th grader? I'm British. Although a lot of knowledge is dependent on how often you use it, and sometimes you do need a refresher on some things, like you know, like a lot of stuff from school maybe I would be a bit, what'd you call it, rusty on, but I could definitely refresh myself on it. My mental arithmetic is probably lacking because that's not well practiced. Like, yeah, ignorance is bliss. Nah, ignorance is ignorance is ignorance, no? Why have bliss when one can be suffering? Hello? Like, yeah, no? Like, how is it lacking if you rarely use it? Because you never know when you need it. You might need it at some point, you know? Or some people don't realize that just because you don't use the exact application that you were taught doesn't mean that the logic that you learned from it and the kind of critical thinking that comes rooted behind it is something that you can't fully appreciate, you know? And it's very common in a lot of mathematics where people are like, I'm never gonna use trigonometry like this, or I'm never gonna use these equations. But the thinking that you're developing and the logic behind it is stuff that, I don't know, you realize, yeah, that you can still apply without you even realizing it. You know, like it's a form of problem solving that will, and you're always gonna be solving problems in life. Yeah. Sounds like I'm either overworked or underworked. You think I'm underworked? そうだよ. Dang, which vibe gives the underwork kind of vibe? Get back to work. Okay, everyone else is saying definitely overworked. Dang. But I'm surprised I can give the vibe. I'm surprised I can give the vibe of someone underworked. I I guess technically I'm underworked relative to the amount of work that I've had to do in life. In that, you know, there was a time in my life where I was working, you know, I was studying at university, I was working 3 jobs to earn money, I was starving at the same time, I was doing my volunteering, I was doing, you know, what was it? Oh God, a bunch of extracurriculum stuff. So, you know, that was like min-maxing every single day, aggressively so. So relative to that, yeah, underworked per se. But then that was probably a form of overworking because at that point I did end up in hospital. Yeah, like I hide my stress well. Yeah, apparently I hide it a bit too well sometimes though, because then people think I live life on easy breezy mode. And a lot of the time I'm very good at hiding a lot of like, like personal hell that could be happening in the background because I don't want to bother anybody. So, you know, I feel like I'm pretty decent at hiding that. But then the way people treat you it can be kind of sad because they just assume because of the way you act that you don't have anything, you know. I don't know. I've had a lot of people look down on me in being like, oh, you know, I have to deal with this, but you're all happy. And I'm like, just because I don't say what I'm going through doesn't mean I'm not going through anything. Like, you know, like, which is kind of wild. It's kind of wild that people can really easily assume that of me. Yeah, like it is what it is gets mistaken as happy-go-lucky, real, like, I don't know. It's kind of, it's weird how strength can be misinterpreted because if you're being strong in a situation, people then don't consider it that in the slightest. They just think that you're being hee ha ha all the time and your life is just chill and nothing bad ever happens. And, you know, what was it? The amount of people that, I think I said earlier, yeah, that people assume that I had a very easy life and they get very surprised when I tell them my background. My upbringing per se. And it's more like, because I hide it so well, they would have never guessed the kind of environment that I grew up in. You know, like, yeah. But that's a testament to how much I've managed to grow as a person, you know? Comedians have a lot of dark past. I mean, it's more like, you know, I feel like I try to be a very happy person for other people because I know what being sad is like and I don't want anyone to feel that sadness, you know? It's that kind of thing. Because when you experience like really, really sad times, you would never wish that on another person and you'd want to work really hard to make sure no one else, like there's less of that sadness around. You know? And yeah, you just don't want to make anyone else sad because sad sucks. Sad sucks. Yeah. Yeah, oh my gosh, to compare people's experiences, like it's kind of wild. People kind of have, they like to try and participate or start a trauma Olympics. And it's like, like it's not a competition. It's never a competition. It's never been a competition. We all have our demons, we all have our sufferings, and we each have our own upbringings that we'll never fully understand of each other. And the only thing we should be doing with that information is being kind, no? Like, I've dealt with a lot of crap in my life, and the idea that people have dealt with the same level of crap or more crap makes me really, really sad and wants me to just be kinder to people, no? Like, yeah, I don't know. People, it's kind of wild though when people have tried it on me and then I'm like, okay, fine. If you want to play this game, let me just give you like a little inkling of what's happening in my life. Silence that follows is crazy. Cause then they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, yippee. Yeah, cause I mean, I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's too bad, but the look of horror on the nurse when she asked me what was going on in my life, and it's happened twice actually, because it happened with a doctor as well, like later on, where they're like, oh, so how are you doing? Like, you know, how is life? And I'm like, oh, you know, nothing much. Like this is happening. And then they heckin' fast track me, emergency line me to heckin' therapy. And I'm like, it wasn't that bad. It was fine. Like, I'm chilling. It's not that bad. Yo, we all need to chill. And they're like, no, we're getting you an appointment now. What was it at uni? Holy guacamole. They were like, okay, so like you should be, we're gonna put extenuating circumstances on all of your grades. We're gonna offer you like, you know, you can postpone your exams if you want. Like, and they kept offering me all this stuff. And I was like, yo, chill, like this is fine. And they were like, no, it's not fine. I was like, nah, we're chilling, it's chilling. And they're like, no. Which is kind of crazy. Because I didn't want to make a big deal out of anything. But apparently, like, everyone else wants to make a big deal out of it. So that's why I try not to mention it. Because then people, I don't want to get treated differently. I don't want to bother people with anything. So, yeah. I was just like, oh, dang. Wait, you mean I shouldn't have taken that exam at that point? Yeah. It's kind of wild. But weird. Because I'm like, I don't think it's that bad. I still think they're kind of overreacting. Like a little bit. Like, I'm just a silly goose. No, it's how bad can it be? Oh god, the doctors. But yeah. Confirmed by 2 people. Yeah, one was a nurse and one was a doctor. And then there's, yeah. I don't know. I feel like if you're dealing with crap, you would never want to... I don't know. I'd never want to bother anyone with it. I can deal with it. It is what it is, you know? But yeah. When people try... Holy guacamole. What was it? There was this one girl that was like... saying how rough her life was because... she could not have sushi every day. And she was like, oh, woe is me, my life is so hard. And everything, and I thought she was joking for a second. But she wasn't. And I was like, oh, this is like a genuine, like, this is your genuine sob story here. Oh, dang. That's, oh, wow, I could never, the mindset of some people, I don't know. It's very fascinating. It's a very fascinating form of like psychology that you witness, because I witnessed this at university as well with a lot of like very privileged students. I remember there was this one girl in my class that insisted, and she kept insisting that me and her had the same upbringing, but we did not, because she grew up very rich. And in the same breath of her saying that she had the same upbringing as me, despite coming from a very, very fancy area, she was then complaining about not knowing where to put her like 500-pound coat. And I was like, girl, we're not the same. Like, it's okay, we're not the same. That's fine. That is fine. But you grew up in a mansion. You grew up in one of the fanciest, most expensive areas of England. You are decked head to toe in designer gear. But you insist that you came from rough upbringings. In terms of like, sure, you probably had it rough in your own way, but it's a weird level of Delulu to sort of pretend. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Yeah, it's kind of, yeah, maybe compared to multi-billionaires, her wealth is on the lower side. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, she did say she felt very Yeah, she was probably poor among her friends. And yeah, there's always different baselines. Because, like, for me, I didn't think I grew up that bad because I knew people that had it way worse than I did. So I know I didn't even have the worst upbringing. Like, I had stairs and you know, that was pretty heckin' fancy, guys. There was stairs in my house. Like, I had my own bedroom. Yes, it was tiny, but it was mine. You know? Like, But that's why it's not a competition, because suffering comes in all kinds of forms. It's just being more aware of what one has and what one doesn't have. But for me, it's just at the end of the day, just being kind. I didn't live under the stairs. No, the under the stairs area really scared me because that's where we kept all of our like technically that was where the quote shoe rack was supposed to be, but it got really moldy and damp and there were a lot of spiders, so I was really scared of that because you never knew when you were gonna pick up your shoe and it was gonna have a spider in it. So yeah, that I did not like. This under the stairs scared me a lot. There was a lot of dirt there as well, and bugs. There were more, actually not just spiders, there were sometimes like other bugs there too. So yeah, no. It definitely wasn't enough room to actually like put like a bed or anything. At most we could have like a little shoe rack, but it was like an open space and it was like very small, so there was no door or anything. Yeah, I'm having a door, not just having a door that worked. That is peak. Guys, you don't understand, because my brothers did not have a door that fully worked. So to have a functioning door was, whew, I was living the bougie life, okay? No, there's no lock. I never had a lock. I wasn't allowed a lock on my door, but like, it worked. So, who's the real fancy girl now? Me. Yeah, cause fancy door. You had locks? I wish I had locks. My mother would like go through all of my stuff in my room all the time. I had no privacy growing up. She used to steal my diary and read it as like a, yeah, no. Oh my gosh. Yeah, because like with my brother's door, you could easily get trapped in there because there was like a really funky part to it where it would like get stuck, and then I would cry as a little kid because the door wouldn't work and I'd feel trapped in there forever, and you had to like wait until like an adult could like unjar the door because it would get horribly stuck in a weird way. Yeah, so I was really glad I didn't have that as a door, because then my brothers couldn't actually close the door, because then if it closed it would be really, you couldn't really open it. So yeah, well, I could close my door, so I'm trying to think. Wait. Yeah. But there was, what was it? I was trying to think if we had any other doors that didn't work. No, I think the other doors worked in the house. I guess the one for the, quote, storage shed kind of sucked, but it worked. It worked. Elevators? Who has an elevator? That's a fancy person thing. The heck you mean? That's how I found out one of my friends was well off, when she was talking about the elevator in her house, and it was like, hold up. You have an elevator? Why would you have an elevator in a house? Excuse me? Like, you bet the waiter and waitress were nice too. Are you okay? Like, are you listening to a different stream? Or like, yo, what? Like, what you yapping about, mate? Like, what the heck? Was I saying different words? I don't remember saying I had an elevator or a waiter or waitress or anything. Yeah. A person in a wheelchair has an elevator in their house sometimes. Oh. I wonder if they provide it. Like, yeah, because I know there's some cases in England where people can get stuff installed in their homes to help with disabilities and stuff. Yeah, like a stair lift and stuff. I mean, technically the house, the the house that like my family lived in. So we lived in one house and then we downgraded to a different house. And that house we got for cheap because the person died. And that person was in a wheelchair. So the house itself didn't have a stair lift, but everything downstairs was designed to be, it had like little ramps, and we had no upper cupboards originally. So we had to, yeah. But, yeah, so that was fascinating. But it didn't have a stair lift, so I'm guessing they were maybe in the wheelchair sometimes, but not all the time. Or maybe they just didn't use no, they had to use the upstairs because, like, that's where the bathroom was. Because, yeah, we only had the one, well, you know, most people only have one bathroom, I think. Yeah, so they must have been able to get upstairs. That's where the bathroom is. Like, yeah. Oh wait, I get it. I'm the elevator. I bring stuff up and downstairs. Nah, my family had a very strict rule about no food or drink upstairs. At all. Ever. Okay? Like, for me to be able to drink and eat at my desk still feels like a privilege because my parents would never allow it. They did allow it, like, later on, once I was, like, you know, an adult. But, like, growing up, they were very, like, no, you're not allowed. Also, Words Lodge's nerd. Arigato. Happy 28 months. Thank you. Dr. Elias specializes in the fields of anxiety, chicken burger, and Coca-Cola. No, maybe I do. I feel like I'm quite the chicken burger connoisseur. Like, you know? And I am quite fussy when it comes to my Coca-Cola. How else are we gonna keep the bedrooms free of flies? They already are filled with bugs. The heck? Food ain't gonna help. And we had no rats because the cats would get them. So, luckily we didn't... Like, originally when we moved in, we had a lot of rats and mice. But yeah, luckily we had our 2 cats that killed them all. Or specifically the one cat, because the other cat could not catch anything to save its life. But yeah, at least I never had to deal with mice and rats. But, oh my gosh, when I was at uni and having to deal with them, guys, it's like the worst thing to hear in your walls. Ugh. The sound of rats in your walls is such a gross sound. And I still never forgive them for eating my pasta. Okay, I'm still upset about that. I bulk bought pasta to help me survive university. And I put it in the cupboard. And this was like my first night. And then I went to sleep and then I woke up. And then I checked on my pasta and it was all gone. Like, all of it. Rats. Pain dayo. And Davina, arigato. Hey, boss. Just woke up and wanted to say I hope you're doing well. Glad to be able to catch a stream. Thank you for catching me. I hope you're doing even better. Angela, arigato for the 100 biddies. The only gooder and kinder you need is to yourself. No. It's to others. It's to others. Yeah. You once had rats in your kitchen, you made your roommate deal with it? Oh gosh. I mean, I'm kind of fortunate. England, you don't really encounter rats as more so than mice. And to be honest, mice are pretty cute. So, yeah. They're really, really adorable. You get little mice and you're like, wait a second, you're just a little mouse. You're so super cute, adorable. While rats kind of are, like, kind of scary looking. Especially when they're like the size of like your cat. Then you're like, please leave. Dear rat, please get out of here. You're scary. I had to deal with a lot of rats at the zoo because zoos attract a lot of rats, as you can guess. So the amount of rats I had to deal with there was too many. I did not like that. That was not fun. Nope. That was I got so used to seeing rats after working at the zoo because they were, I mean, yeah, they thrive there. Oh my gosh. Pikachu size, but not minus the cute. Yeah. No, I can't. I know some people find rats cute because they have them as pets, but I picture like, you know, a very rough looking rat. Not the kind of nice pet one. I picture like the scary one. Was I scared of rats? Not really. It's more like, please leave the vicinity, rat, punk. As opposed to, yeah. Yeah, do rats become predator food? No. No, you can't give them as food because typically when you find them, we have a lot of like rat traps and rat poison around for them to eat. So it was mostly cleaning up like dead rats or squished rats or half dead rats. So and you would never give that to another animal to eat. So, But yeah, but I did deal with a lot of mice and chicks because that was part of the food prep for a lot of the animals. Although I won't go into too many details because it's kind of like gross the way you have to prepare them. Specifically the chicks, you have to gut them, which a lot of people could not do, but yeah, but you kind of have to. An animal has to eat, yo. Like it has to eat, no? Yeah. Cindy, arigato, sorry text. Meow. I don't mind getting my hand dirty. No, I don't mind. Like, when it comes to like cleaning and stuff, obviously working at the zoo, you're just like a glorified cleaner in a way, but you get to feed the animals sometime. But most of, like, I would say like most of the job is just cleaning. It's a lot of cleaning. I did a lot of cleaning. Yeah. I don't mind. The thing I struggle with, actually, I think the one job I probably would struggle with would be to be like a porter, because I struggle with other people's old food. That's it. For some reason that just grosses me out. I don't know. I struggle with that. But no, I don't mind dirt or whatever. My tomboy, I think I was raised very tomboyish. Because I grew up with 2 brothers and was very much treated, you know, the same way, I guess. I was forced to dress the same and whatnot. So, yeah. Yeah. I guess in that regard, reformed tomboy. I mean, I could come across as tomboyish if I could dress the part and seem it, but I like cute things, okay? I like my cute pastel colors. I love my cinnamon roll, and I love Miffy, and I love my cute little things, and they make me happy. So, yeah. I want to wear cute little skirts and everything. Because I just didn't, I don't know. There's all this stuff I wanted when I was little, I guess. But I guess I could be tomboyish in a way, because I just grew up with brothers, and it's just kind of what happens. Like, I'm Schrodinger's tomboy. I'm a tomboy around guys and cute girly girl around girls. I mean, I just treat guys like literally the way I treat my brothers, which is calling them stinky, and yeah, ew. Like, ew, nah. Where my cute girls at? Yeah. Okay, I guess, yeah, maybe I'm a tomboy in that regard. I don't know. It's also the most comfortable way for me. I'd rather be treated as a sister to people. Like, I don't, yeah. It's the most, it's comfortable for me. You know, very comfortable. I like, you know, sort of sibling dynamic in that way of like, you know, that is nice and comfortable for me. You know, I just call them stinky and be like, be gone. Yeah. Although I know I call guys stinky. Technically everybody's stinky. People are stinky. But, you know, that's okay. We don't need to call girls stinky though, because they can. It's okay. Everybody's stinky. Do you like the brothers protecting the sister dynamic? No. No, I never really had that. It's more just like I don't like I guess for me it's living that sort of say-so idle life in that I don't like being viewed in any other way, you know? So yeah, like bro-sis banter in that regard, I am very uncomfortable when it comes to anything else in life. Yeah, no. No, I don't like it. It makes me feel uncomfortable. It makes me feel uncomfortable to be considered in that sort of way by, you know? I don't know. Yeah. Friend is friend. That is it. That makes me comfortable. That's it. Like, yeah. Cause what I just, yeah. I don't know, I'm so hecking awkward, guys. I'm so hecking awkward. Yeah. I am reliable on maybe, kind of. I try. Try is the key word. No, it's okay for you guys. Like, you guys are silly. You guys are silly. If you think I'm wife material, that's silly. You silly. Yeah. That's okay. You guys can be your silly selves. I mean, like, if there's like anyone like I know IRL, I would never. No. Ew. No, I'm sister. Yo, like, yeah. Yeah. No. Quiet, yo. Scary. It's very scary. For me. Yeah. Reliable wife, son, daughter, not me. I'll be honest, this iron tablet is still heckin' in front of me, guys. Yeah. Well, yeah, but I have to wait until my coffee's gone from my system so I can take it. Yeah. Scary, but also Elliot doesn't want to be 5 ever alone. Yes. Okay. Yes. Maybe a little contradictory in that regard. Yeah. It's alright. I can just get a house and a cat. Yippee! Good plan. Banger plan. 10 out of 10 plan. Also, I'm very much against the idea of codependency or having my happiness be reliant on another human being. That is not something that should be put onto somebody else. You know? Like, yeah. I couldn't be there for it, but I wanted to congratulate you on the courage to do the full cosplay stream, even if it was a donathon reward. I understand what that took to do. I was so close to canceling that stream. I was so scared. But everyone was so nice. Everyone was so kind. Everyone was super kind and lovely about it. Like, yeah. Thank you for being so kind about it. It was really, really sweet and really nice of everybody. Like, yeah, thank you. It was very scary. I did not sleep the night before. I was so nervous. I was anxious. I was just sat there for ages. And yeah, it was very good exposure therapy because everyone was so nice. And I do love wearing cute outfits, you know? Like, yeah. Oh gosh. How about just hanging together with someone who isn't depending on you either? Yeah, I think for me, I'm kind of borked because I grew up in an environment where there was zero love at all. or anything in the slightest. Yeah. So my view has always been really like negative in regards to, I think the only good role model growing up was my nan, and she is a strong independent woman. TM, like the ultimate strong independent woman. So yeah, I guess like, well, my parents were both miserable, and they were like the kind that were together until everyone grew up and then they decided to split. So like, yeah. We should find a good way to do a long-term dono goal for the next cosplay. Yeah, I suggested it in my members. Like, yeah, because I don't want it to be a regular occurrence, because my heart wouldn't be able to handle it. Also, cosplays are expensive. But for it to be like a overarching goal would be like a I don't know, a thing, you know? I don't know. I need to think of like what would be a reasonable amount to set it to be like, hey guys, here's a goal. We may hit it like every few months or whatever kind of goal, you know? So like, I don't know what would be like a reasonable amount for that. I was gonna ask in a members post. No, not $67. If I set it as a $67 goal right now, I think it would get insta hit. Like, yo, yeah, like, you would pay it right now. See, point proven. Nana Elia seems like a good model. She also had a good marriage. I know nothing about my nan's marriage. My granddad passed away when my dad was really young. And my nan never talks about it. Like, yeah, no. I know that they had a weird age difference. And I know my granddad was in the military, so spent most of his time away. But yeah, no, in terms of like romance on my nan's side, no, nothing. Yeah, one is always codependent on someone at this point. What? No, I refuse. I'm a strong, independent woman. Time to fund a house. No, it's Sydney. Sydney, why did you send 67? You heck, you want me. You just, the message is just happy face. Hello? No, that's not the goal. Crying. Oh my gosh. No, that wasn't even a goal. You're hitting an imaginary goal. What do you mean we hit the goal? No. Just curious, why did you decide to become a VTuber? One, I love anime. I love anime. I love anime. Like, my passion for anime is so real. Like, I adore anime. So to be an anime girl is life. And the other thing is, for me, the beauty of VTubing is you get to really know the streamer less with, like, obviously you have like how the model looks and everything, but there's no judgment on looks or anything of the sort. And it's something that I really don't like in society, is how heavily people judge people on how they look. It's something that makes me really sad, because I guess technically I had like well, I was bullied for being ugly growing up in school, but then I technically had, well, people, I guess, a kind of glow up, and then people started treating me like the opposite way. And I guess experiencing the differences in the ways that people treat you based on whether they think you look good or if they don't think you look good makes me really sad. And I don't want to, on top of like all of my general experiences in life, for example, working in IT and all of that, and being judged as for how I've looked or how I dress or all of that, I feel like VTubing allows me to remove that and be more myself. Yeah, cause you guys are just more here for me. for who I am as a person. And I feel like, yeah, it's also, yeah, I do very much struggle with my own self. So I do be working on, you know, my own body image, which is my own struggle. Hence the occasional exposure therapy. But yeah, people will always have some form of prejudice or preconceived notions based on how somebody looks. And that makes me sad. So I like being an anime girl, because then I can just be an anime girl. You know, like, yeah, I think there's a beauty to that in itself. And I can also, yeah, there's a nice layer of safety and privacy behind it, which is really nice. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, do you know how many times I've been told that I am, quote, nerfing myself? The amount of people that have told me that I would technically probably do better as an IRL streamer. But I do this for the love of anime girls and the love of VTubing and the love of just being an anime girl. So, you know, like, I get to be a silly goose, and that is what I'd like to be. Yeah, which is, I think, a wild statement, because I never thought anyone would say that. But long live anime girls! Exactly, you get it. But yeah, I've always dealt with people always having weird preconceived notions about me just based on how I look, you know? Yeah, and it's throughout my life, it's always been a mix of different things, and yeah, a lot of people can still be very mean just because, you know, no matter how you look, people will find a reason to be mean based on how you look anyway. So it's very sad. People are very sad out there, and so I like the medium of VTubing, and I like, you know, being able to yap to you guys and having a sort of environment where we can just forget all that. What do I mean? I mean, like, people have said they thought I was mean based on how I looked. I've had people say that they thought I was intimidating. I've had people say they thought I was elegant. I've had people say they thought, what is it? I think, what was it? I think I've told you guys before where I've seen people just judge another group. Like, I had one group of friends judging another group of friends who they didn't know I was friends with because they were pretty, and just assumed that they would all be really horrible people because they were a bunch of models, and some of them were cheerleaders and stuff, and they were actually the nicest people ever. But people just make up things in their head to make themselves feel better in whatever way they want. Or, you know, people might consider you not attractive, and therefore will just treat you bad because they see no benefit of being nice to you if they don't think you're attractive, you know? Like, people do all sorts of things that, yeah, it's something I don't like in life, you know? Like, yeah, it's very mean. People be very, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like that life is like that. And we're taught from a young age, even in, like, you know, a lot of children's programs and stuff, you know, they always have like the really, quote, ugly witch, and then they have the beautiful princess and all of that. And I've always thought that's just really mean, because, you know, you're literally taught from a young age that, you know, you have your heroes and villains in life, and it's messed up. I always it's like, even though the story of the ugly duckling, it's like, it's not a happy story, because they should have treated the ugly duckling nice when it was an ugly duckling, not just when it became a beautiful swan. Like, that's just stupid. They started treating the duck nicely once it was pretty. The heck? Like, that sucks. They don't really like the duck then. They just like how the duck looks. It's messed up. It's so messed up. So VTubing lets me be me more so than, yeah, I don't know. I don't like the idea of judging on looks. I think it's Shrek being the best piece of fiction. Heck yeah. Yeah. So, because at the end of the day, also from like the way I was raised, the whole subject of beauty also is very much determined by the sort of culture you're in. So like me being Asian meant I was never winning, you know? Like for example, right now, I am very, very white because I've not been outside. On my English side, they would consider that bad because they like being tanned. And they would also consider me way too underweight and that I should be, you know, I need more weight on me and more, they prefer like more curves, they prefer this and that. Like there's more different beauty standards compared to like on like my Asian side. But there was no winning with either. Beauty is extremely subjective, which is also, there's no winning. It's like there's just no winning. They tell you to get swole. No, it's just very, I was bullied a lot because I was skinny. And for some reason, people thought it was appropriate and okay to make fun of skinny people. Yeah. So I was always told things like, you know, nobody likes a stick. People would prefer curves. People would prefer, you know, and I was always made to feel really bad for being how, you know, for the weight that I am. And, you know, for having, you know, the body shape that I have and all of that, like, you know, So yeah, skinny shaming is not really addressed because, yeah, it's, you're half Japanese and half Western European, grew up in a white and Hispanic community. Yeah, see, there's such different standards, right? There's the whole, like, what was it? It's very Western to want like a big butt, right? But you would not want a big butt in Japan. Yeah, like you're so used to seeing fat shaming. So that's the thing. I remember there was a lot of stuff. Obviously fat shaming is bad, very bad. Like people should not fat shame. And there was a lot to address people fat shaming, but for some reason people decided to counter that by like skinny shaming instead, and being like, no, you should, you know, they would be like, fat is beautiful, therefore skinny is ugly, and then they would just make fun of me, which I think is the complete wrong take. Just don't make fun of anybody. Why is that so hard for people to like hecking understand? Like, yeah, so skinny shaming is not really a topic that's typically addressed, and so yeah, I grew up with a lot of that. Yeah, like I literally would have people shouting at me in the street, shaming me because of how skinny I would be. They would tell me to go eat a cheeseburger. They would just shout at me, but like, yeah, and I'd be like, dang, you gonna buy me a cheeseburger? Because like I would love one. Like, hello, you're offering me, like, yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people took a lot of anger out on me for being skinny. And I guess it's just misdirected anger that they had about what they've probably suffered from people fat shaming them, I guess. And so redirecting that towards me, thinking like, yeah, which is sad in itself. Because I don't think anyone should shame anybody. Everyone, like, I don't know. But yeah, the way you present yourself is more important. I think it's just who you are as a person and your values are the most important thing, you know, to be kind. Yeah, and to just do your best to be a good person. I think that's the real core of a person. And I feel like in VTubing, we can really do away with the whole like, you know, IRL body standards and everything. And yeah, I can just get treated for who I am as opposed to how I look, you know? But occasionally we have the immersion break, exposure therapy. So, you know, you guys kind of know what I look like. It's a balance. It's a balance. Yeah. Why care about someone's weight and appearance when we can learn about the universe? Exactly. Like, what the heck? Like, what the? You never know what someone's going through. You never know what they're struggling with. Maybe someone's skinny because they can't afford food. Maybe someone is overweight because they're struggling with a lot of other things in life, you know? Like, you don't know anyone's story. Why is it anyone else? Why is it your business? You know? Like, yeah. Have a burger, Elliot. I will, because the cinnamon roll Happy Meal is out at the moment. Like, yeah, I will have my burger. I shall have my burger. Like, yeah, no, I think the most ironic thing was the amount of people that would bully me for being underweight, and then their justification for being mean to me. Arigato for feeding the goose. Oh my gosh. Their justification for bullying me for being skinny was them saying that I have it so easy because I must be... because I'm skinny, so people must be nice to me all the time. But ironically, no one was nice to me for being skinny. Everyone was just extra mean and used the same excuse. So I was just like, what? That doesn't even make any sense. The heck you mean I got it easy? Ain't no one been nice. Hello, you've all said the same thing. In what way is it easy? It's a terrible justification. Yeah, it really is. And they don't... I think the main thing is not fully understanding that... Honestly, the reason I was so skinny as a kid was I was just malnourished, yo. Like, my family just couldn't afford food. Like, hello, I probably might have been bigger if I was given more to eat. Like, you must have it easy, so I'm gonna bully. Yeah, people do that, which is kind of weird. You know? They think they're carrying out some kind of justice or whatever by mistreating someone who they think has it easy. Question mark, but it just literally doesn't. Aren't I still skinny? Yeah, but not as bad as not as bad as I used to be. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Because my BMI used to be much lower. So if we're going by BMI, which I know isn't a great measure, but I remember my old BMI from when I was at university when it was really bad. Let me just double check. Calculate. Yeah, it's not as bad. Yay! Improvement is improvement! Yeah. BMI is a terrible standard. It especially doesn't work for like the higher weight because muscle weight, you know, like muscle weighs more than fat, right? So like don't use BMI for like that kind of thing. Yeah. Ew. I'm working on it. It's just, I have my own issues to deal with. I think I mentioned before, my biggest issue when it comes to eating is just not feeling like I deserve to eat. Sounds silly out loud, but yeah. I feel like I'm still used to how I was raised, and I feel like I'm too privileged and too spoiled, and I don't feel like it feels like everything is too much of a luxury for the fact that the food is not expired, and that I can buy such nice ingredients, and it's, yeah, not, I don't know, it's weird, it's hard to describe, but there's a guilt that comes of it, of being like, do I really deserve such nice things in life? You know, because like the kind of stuff I grew up in was like, yeah, you get food when others don't, so eat. Yeah, I had that. I was raised with that mindset, very much so. So it's very feels bad. It feels bad. But at the same time, I'm like, oh my god, I really want the burger. But then I get the burger and I'm like, oh no, am I allowed the burger? Like, dang, I got this far. It's very contradictory at times because obviously I'm like, oh my god, I want this. But I think in life I'm so used to being like, I want this, I want this, I want this, that like when I actually get it, I'm like, what? Wait. Is allowed? What the heck? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Also, Skittles, arigato. Sorry, taxi cute punk. Ayya! ちょっと待って. We are... Wait! Judy! Wait. I've been meaning to sit down and reply to your post. It's literally been on my mind. You got me. Thank you. You're gonna cheer me on an otaku stage. Oh my gosh. You're gonna be there? Whoa. I wonder if a certain goose will be going to Otaku-thon. Ha 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 ha. I wonder who could be traveling. I guess I can say now, guys. I'm going to Offkai, as you guys know. And then after Offkai, I'm heading to Montreal and I'm going to Otaku-thon. Yeah, which is wild. I'm gonna be there. I am very excited to... I've never been to Canada. Even if it's the French side. I wanna do... Yeah, in person. I'm gonna try Canadian food and yeah, I wanna try poutine, and I'm gonna stream it for you guys and be like, hey guys, poutine, wow, Canadian snacks. Yeah. Smoked meat. Oh my gosh, wait, I need to get like a full list of recommendations of like Canadian snacks and foods. Onegai shimasu. Yeah, I'll be there incognito. I'm obviously like, what is it? I'm performing there. And I'm having a meet and greet and panel. But yeah, I am very nervous but very excited. I originally wasn't planning to go, but I'm an official guest, so it's all been sorted for me, which is really, really awesome. And I'm very honored to go as a proper guest. So I'm yeah. But my priority out of everything is making sure I have good internet. Yeah. No, the meet and greet is gonna be a virtual meet and greet. Just like Offkai. Like, I'm going to be at Offkai, but I'm not gonna be there doing like a in person. Like, I just did a whole heckin' spiel about, you know, why I love being a VTuber. Yeah. But yeah, I'm very nervous. I'm very like honored to be the otaku stage. Oh my gosh, it's a hecking honor to be a part of it. Wait, let me grab the thingy because wait, where is it? Like, the people in that concert, I'm like, wait a second. Holy guacamole. Like, it's okay for me to be amongst such awesome people. Hello? Like, look, okay, so there I am. On the right. And then you have Rin and Phoebe and Lily Pichu and Inanna and Iron Mouse and Michi and Maria. So, yeah. Wow. Huge. Very exciting. Very nervous. So very honored. Very, very honored to be a part of this. I gotta, yeah, do my best. I'm, yeah. Yeah. Wait, Dylan Noel! Wait a second, you sniped! You sniped Dewey! Holy glucky moly! Dang! Okay, you can put down that sniper rifle. Holy glucky moly, that is quite the snipe. Whoa. Arigato! Yeah. But yeah, part of me feels like I don't really deserve to be on said stage, so I need to work really, really hard. I need to work much, much harder, so I'm gonna be doing that for sure. I'm gonna do my best. I'm nervous. Yeah. So I will be doing that. Yeah. So, I gotta keep working hard. Yeah. Also, Timon, arigato for the 100 biddies for Leroy Jenkins. Holy throwback. And Jella Noel, arigato for the 100 biddies. Thank you. I do understand why you think life sucks because you can never experience Elia Stellaria like we can. Excuse me! If you could see the world like we see it in this film, you'll understand why life is ultimately delightful because you exist. That is so hecking no! Oh my gosh, you guys are so silly. You think I'm the silly goose? You guys are the silly gooses, the real silly gooses. You out silly me every time, you punks. And Skittles, arigato for the I don't put up with you. I love beach. Thank you. Thank you. Wait a second, Skittles, I still need money. Okie dokie, here you go. No! You need money too, though. Remember, the rule number 1 is look after yourself, okay? Remember, who needs money more? You do. Yourself. You put yourself first. It is take care of yourself first, okay? That is the rules. You must follow the rules here, okay? And Sydney, arigato. Cool PSA reminder, awkward equals cute. It does not. Awkward is awkward. And I am a bundle of awkwardness. Like, yeah. I am, oh god, I live and breathe awkward. And Burbius, arigato. Ellie is a very reliable Onesan. She never fails to make me smile. We won't talk about her tendency to meow spontaneously. Help! It's a bad habit, guys. I don't know when it became a habit. It's just nice. It's just nice to meow. I think you guys should try it sometime. Just like sometimes you just want to meow, no? Like it's just nice. It's fun. It's fun. Okay, it's just fun. You should try it. Because sometimes you don't know what to say, so maybe you just want to meow. No? Yeah. Feels good. Could be worse. We meow in this house. Yeah. I'm pretty just maybe arigato for the heckin' 67 heckin' biddies. You heckin' want me. And I called an arigato. Coffee was quite a while ago, so Iron Time, was it? Wait. How long have I been streaming, guys? What time is it? Ha! Wait. I lose sense of time because my stream had to restart. So according to OBS, I've only been streaming for 3.5 hours. Yeah, it's only been 3 hours, guys. It's crazy. Yeah. When did I have my coffee? Was it at the beginning of this stream? I don't know. It's only 2 a.m. Yo, like, it's only 2 a.m. Yeah. I'm still working for my backlog. Can confirm. Wait, Gusun! Wait, no, there's one before it. Wait. Holy guacamole. Wait a second. Oh my gosh. Wait. Skittles. Arigato. Sorry tags ×2. It's impossible to be perfect. We all make mistakes. Challenge accepted. That's my intentions are what matters most. You're genuinely one of the kindest, sincerest, most wholesome people I've had the honor of knowing. Thank you for being my inspiration. No! No, I'm lacking in so many ways. You think too highly of me. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And Gusun, arigato, arigato. Free will is a myth. Religion is a joke. We are all connected by something far greater. Memes, the DNA of the soul. They shape our will. They are our culture. They are everything we pass on. Yo! That's what memes are. They are a form of culture to be passed on. Although in terms of memes, we have no memes. For I have yapped too hard. Yeah. Wait, the Norway-England game is soon. We love football. I love watching that ball go up the field and then down the field, and then sometimes it goes in the net, and then people are either happy or unhappy. Yay! I never fall asleep. Guys, I fall asleep watching football, I'll be honest. Okay, that's why we can't do a watch-along together, because I fall asleep. I don't know what it is. Something about it. I could be in the noisiest environment ever. My brain is like, and I'm like, no, oh my gosh, what? Why? It just triggers my sleeping. Like, it just triggers my sleep. I don't know. I struggle. It's a really long game. It's like 90 minutes, and then you have half time, and then sometimes there's extra time, and then after extra time, then there's penalties, and sometimes the game's just never hecking end. And it's just... the struggle is so real. Yeah, no, I've never... It's how you know I can't fake my interest, because yo, my dad always wanted me to be into football. Things I feel like in England, the amount of people that love football, like it would be easier if I could just at least pretend to like football, but I can't. I just can't. Guys, I just can't. I can't pretend. I can't, all right? Like, I wish I could enjoy it, but my brain says no. My brain just it falls asleep. Yeah. I can't get invested in it. I can get into sports anime though. Like, I'm a massive Haikyuu fan. I love Haikyuu. I'm so invested in all the characters in Haikyuu, but I feel like I care more about Haikyuu than, yeah. than anything else. Yeah. I guess because I actually care about the team, and I care about the people in the team, and it's a very, very inspiring anime, because, you know, the whole thing is about, you know, someone, you know, it very much appeals to me, because, you know, the whole idea of, you know, you can't control your height, and the main character wants to play volleyball, despite, you know, the fact that they're short. I love that. I love the sort of F the world, I'm gonna follow my dreams kind of, you know, inspiration that comes from that. So, you know, like, yeah. But I don't have those kinds of stories with regular football. I just know they're a bunch of millionaires. They're not millionaires in Haikyuu. Like, big difference. Yeah. Tomorrow's your birthday? Oh my gosh, I hope you have a wonderful birthday. Yeah. Oh yeah. Umagi, arigato, nice things fun. Arigato, but you're the nice things. You. They're millionaires because they worked harder than everyone else to get there. But relative, I don't know. The money that goes into football relative to other forms of entertainment and things in life and effort that people put into other things. It's a bit skewed. You know, like, I don't think it's too far of a stretch to say that potentially footballers are maybe overpaid. I don't know if that's a hot take, but I feel like that's a take. Yeah. You know? Yeah, maybe overpaid, maybe a bit too much of a hot take here. Perhaps, who knows? Yeah. But yeah. Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah, no, I don't even want to look into the whole idea of American college football and the scholarships that come from the sports. I get it. I get it. It's the whole organization as a whole. It's the whole economics behind the whole organization. It gets very deep. But yeah, I'm just a goose. So yeah, which one's better? Where winds meet or Wuthering? What the heck is Wuthering Winds? What do you mean? Wuthering Waves? My waves be wuthering. Yo. Yeah. Yeah, Wuthering Wives. Heck yeah. Love Wuthering Wives. I'll be wuthering them wives. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. The top 0.1% are ones that are overpaid, but likely sports isn't. Yeah, generally, yeah. I don't know how it is, and I don't know about this topic to really provide a fully justified opinion. I can only just go off my base knowledge and the amount that 0.1% receives relative to, say, what the top 0.1% of people in other fields and areas. It's still wild, but I'm biased. I think we should invest in, well, I like animals. I like animals. I can't really say much. You know, and I like anime girls. So, you know, if I had it my way, we'd have more anime in life and a lot more adaptations of a lot of manga. So, what can I say? I have my own opinions. I have my own silly opinions, okay? It's all based on my own personal preference, so I can't judge too hard. And obviously this is coming from someone that doesn't enjoy football, but you know what? Yeah, you can't place bets on that. Gambling. I cannot play FIFA. I can't. I cannot. No. I can say I've definitely tried as a kid. No, it did not grasp me. Yeah. Do not vote me for president. I'd be a terrible president. Like, God, I'd be awful. I'd be a terrible president. Do not put me in a position of responsibility. Wait, what was it? There's like, a thing at the moment. I don't know. I don't know much about what's happening in the UK, but yeah. So basically, at the moment, there is a thing where we have a political party where they can either vote between Nigel Farage or a garbage can, aka Count Binface. Yeah. So honestly, Binface. Here, do you want to see what Binface looks like? This is Binface. I'm not joking, by the way. This is in the UK. This is in the UK, so like, it's getting kind of silly. And at this rate, maybe an anime girl could become some form of leader. Because if Binface can do it, maybe Elia Stellaria, VTuber Goose, could do it. Is the UK a real place? No. No. Sorry, Lord Count Binface. Yeah, you're right. The gall of people. That was me misrepresenting. Yeah. So this is Count Binface. You can vote People are trying to decide between... It's... You know what? The British have their whimsy. Yeah. Yeah. So... This guy is really on the ballot. You can vote for this guy. Yeah. It's not even a joke. The thing is, yeah, we've had joke candidates, but like this one could actually win. So this one's not a joke one, because people will vote for him. Yeah. But yeah. So there's a world where technically Anime Girl could become... Oh god, no, because then I'd have to do parliament things. Please don't send me to the House of Commons. I'll heckin' end myself. Like, no. Ew, imagine having to be like an MP and having to represent like an area and then having to go to like the House of Commons, and because I'm a VTuber, I'd have to go on like one of those VTuber robot things and no one would listen to me and it'd be such a mess. And I'd be like, yo, can you guys listen? And they'd be like, shut the heck up, Anime Girl. And then they'd knock me over and I wouldn't be able to get back up because I'd be a VTuber robot. Oh dear. Yeah, it would be pretty rough. Yeah. Also, Dov Astronaut, arigato, arigato, this the cult will flock at Offkai and Begspot. If there is anything for Offkai, I would love to be able to organize some way to sign. Like, I wish I could have signed like the big banana and stuff. I don't know if there's anything of the sort planned for Offkai, but if there is, I'd love to be able to try and find a way for me to sign stuff. Did you join a cult? No. No. If anyone says anything about a cult, don't listen to them. Please. Onegai. Yeah. Skittles, arigato. Ellie should take her Iron Me things. Wait, Skittles, arigato. Ellie should take her Iron Me things. Wait a second. Sydney, arigato. Did Ellie take her iron? I think she probably should take it for yesterday and today since it's 2 a.m. the next day. Wait, Skittles, arigato. Sorry, text also iron. And Sydney, arigato. Skittles, thanks for the reminder. I'll escalate the iron for you. Wait. I ran out of coffee and I haven't had another drink since. Wait, I need to grab something. 1 second. I have to grab it. Okay. I'm back. I was so fast. Oh my god, I was so fast. No, I wasn't fast enough. No, why are you guys... I'm back. Oh my gosh. Cindy, arigato. Skittles, arigato. Let's just listen, arigato. Look, I'm taking it now. Borbius, arigato. Yamete. There, happy now? I hope you're happy. Now. Why did I grab coffee when you were meant to take iron? It's the true evil plans of Elias Stellaria. For the only person I am against is myself. I am my own villain, guys. Yeah. Wait, there's a plan plotter at Offkai? Yeah, I believe so. You're asking about having your fan-made acrylic standee signed? Oh my gosh. I wonder if there's a way I can get like a... I don't know. I need to figure this out. I need to figure out the logistics of this. Yeah. It's, difficult. A signing booth, but it's just like my arms reaching out from like a box, Ado style. Oh my gosh, that would be... that would be funny. Like a confession booth. Confess thy sins. Or not. What am I? This ain't a cult. Yeah, oh my gosh. Yo, did I catch up? To my backlog? I did it, guys. I did it. Oh my goodness gracious me. And it only took me like 8 hours. Ha ha ha. I win again. Gosh, I'm a yapper. I'm a yapper. I'm a yapper, yo. Okay. No! Skittles, I didn't love my streamer even if a Tamagotchi. I have no argument against that, I'll be honest. My brain thought about it and was like, how can I say that I'm not a Tamagotchi? And then my brain went for every possible thing and was like, I have no way to retaliate this, so... yeah. Nuh-uh. 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 I plead nuh-uh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I've missed yapping with you guys. Oh my gosh. I love doing long streams with you all. I need to get in lots of long streams before I travel. Okay. And then still do long streams while I'm traveling. Teehee. Also, I'm procrastinating the work I should be doing. So I have procrastinated enough. I'm going to zoom in. Gonna zoom in. Thank you for being here. Despite all the scuff that occurred, despite my GPU giving up on itself, and the whole everything, the lack of memes, the mess, everything borked. Oh god. I am back tomorrow. At the same time. We're gonna be playing Woowa. I'm very excited because there's been a new patch. And I kind of want to roll, maybe, for Yap Yap, our beloved. There's apparently a new Yap Yap, and I love Yap Yap. Yap Yap is our OG wife, so I'm very excited to play, and yeah, so I'm actually really excited for tomorrow's stream. So if you feel like joining, I'll just be yapping with extra visual stimulation of Woowa. Yeah. Wow, Anthony! Kagegari, arigato. The sad thing is that I have too much iron in my blood, so they usually throw it away after stealing it all. Wait, what? Is that a thing? Oh, someone earlier asked, have I ever donated blood? I was gonna answer that, but that was probably asked like several hours ago. But to answer that question, because it's still in my head, because I do read chat, I just sometimes store the questions in my brain. I've never been allowed to donate blood ever, for 2 reasons. 1, I'm anemic, and 2, I'm underweight, so I'm not allowed. It is they refuse, which is really upsetting because I kind of really want the blood merch that you get from donating blood, but whatever. It's fine. I can live without it. Oh, you have the opposite of anemia. You have too much iron. Whoa. Can I have some? I need some iron. No, I don't need. I just took my iron tablet. Feels bad. Shorekeeper's OG wife. No, I had Yap Yap from the beginning, though. I had Yap Yap from the beginning. Who said it has to be your blood? I feel like they would have questions if I rocked up to the blood donation van and was like, hey, what up? I got this blood to donate. Don't ask where I got it from. First Amanda's arigato. Totally not cinnamon roll. Headset on throne soon tags. Guys, it's not available here. It's a US exclusive. Cause it's okay. I'm gonna get my cinnamon roll Happy Meal, which will make me happy because it's a Happy Meal and it has cinnamon roll. And the toy is actually really heckin' cool. So, and I will show you it on my hand cam next week. Yeah. Okay. I have yapped enough. Even though I feel like I could probably yap for like 10 more hours. Probably shouldn't. Actually, maybe I shouldn't have had that coffee. But no, it's okay. I can use this energy to do the work that I should be doing. Yes. Okay. for now, I feel like I haven't spent enough time with you guys. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. For now, it is not a bye-bye, because bye-byes suck. And I'm greedy, so I really want to spend more time with you guys. So I'm gonna say, see you later, if that's okay. Onegaishimasu. And in the meantime, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, good night, wherever you are. Make sure you take care of yourself. And thank you for hanging out with me as always. Thank you. You guys are the best. Arigato. All of the hunks, all of the poops, all of the mwah. 大好きだよ。大好き、大好き、大好き。うわ。